to Knucklehead Comics Tuesday. It's fucking Tuesday. We got Lay in the building. We got Cap in the building. Cabs can't make it tonight, but he's here in spirit. On Lay.
My man, just chilling, brother, chilling.
What's up, Cap? How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Is that and the father goes shamefully? That's my son. And the other guy goes shamefully. Orion goes, that's my father. Choose fear and hate to run your life. Something you can't do. That was wrong with me from the beginning. I was doing it that way. I was gonna go down that path. I worried.
You thought it was Grayson?
Sorry, got hurt. It's like not him. Not him.
Crack his brain for somebody, anybody that can help, and remembers. Freeze.
The media.
No,
Randall
Savage.
Randall Savage. With his knowledge and all other shit and his capacity to learn.
Absolutely.
This is the only vegan I'll ever eat is grilled chicken wings, because that's like vegan to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the chicken wings are supposed to be fried, but you grill the chicken wings, you put it in some sauce, and give it some blue cheese.
Is vegan.
That's vegan. Like regular moo cow fuck milk, put it in some Honey Nut Cheerios, vegan, because Honey Nut Cheerios good for your heart. You know what I'm saying? Can I steal the question from Cabs?
I got it right. Look at his
I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal.
You're too late.
Wow.
I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like, yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, if it's right, and I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hyped for this shit. That's right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm ball, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb with the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Tuesday night, and you know what that means. Knucklehead Comics in the building. Marvel's Secret Invasion. Episode 1 has come and gone. We got people who are dead, people you can't trust, people you didn't know who was who. And
AI intros.
Word. Yo, if they're talking about controversy, Marvel's all over the fucking place for some reason.
For real.
If someone went to the bathroom twice on the set, it's a problem. It's like, holy shit.
Woke Marvel, stop it. Oh,
Word.
God. Just don't watch it anymore.
Seriously. But what's going on, guys? How y'all doing? Jim Crow wasn't that bad if I meant that I didn't have to share space with Ray. Jesus.
I feel like Taquan just writes these out so it could be ready.
It's a black
every time
book.
we go live.
Yeah, he got a black book. He's like, I'll use this next week.
Yeah, copies and paste.
Jeez.
Hello, Taquan. How was your day?
You know, this is how we're gonna know if Taquan isn't a squirrel or not. Is if he writes something nice about me one day.
Yes. That's the way. Yo, if Taquan comes in here and it's just super respectful, doesn't say anything controversial, scroll. Yep.
That's it. He's
Right,
a fake.
that's
Yeah.
We gotta kill him. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Good point.
Yo, I think Taquan is using ChatGPT for his comments.
He's just writing my name into it. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I think is happening.
I've been using that AI stuff for work. Like, I just see the people that I deal with at work, they're all like older, so I don't think they would even know or be able to like tell, like, that's not him writing that. Yeah. But I've been sending emails with that shit like a mug, especially the ones that you could attach to your Explorer. like
Oh,
to
shit.
your So you could attach it. So essentially, like it's a what do you call these things? The extensions.
Yeah.
So basically, I'll be like I'll go up to a page like for a cruise, right? And I'm like, hey, pretend you are a cruise consultant writing a proposal email about this cruise to an interested guest. And it just goes off, bro. It tells, it tells them like how much they gotta pay, deposits, freaking like good things about the cruise, like good things about the line, like the ships, the sizes, the suites, everything. I don't do nothing. It's incredible. It's incredible. That shit is AI is scary, but it's also like super convenient, which is the scary part, right? The convenience of AI, which is in every movie that we see, it is the convenience that leads to the ultimate doom.
Takeover. Yeah, the takeover of society.
Yo, these kids are gonna have it easy as hell now because they're just about to do AI essays.
Yeah,
that's it. It's just gonna all be like, write me an essay about this, and that's it. Copy paste, you're done.
That is, I have a friend that we talk about this a lot, right? And how's that an Averson helping? Yo, Taekwon, I got no holes, bro. I hung up the shoes in the rafters a decade ago. I have a friend, and he's always talking about how like kids have it easier nowadays because they got phones and shit. And I'm like, yo, you still can't take out phones in class, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't like. And yes, we might not have phones, but I mean, we had internet. People had sidekicks. Like you could have Googled something. Like, Yahoo worked on, but I get it, it's a lot easier now. But what Ray just said about ChatGPT, like just have that joint just write you a whole essay. That's wild to think about. See, that's crazy. I'm gonna tell him that the next time we speak, like, because that's a good point. I never thought of that. Like, just have ChatGPT. I mean, there has to be a way to notice this.
The teachers are probably like, "Yo, ChatGPT, read this essay and tell me if you wrote it."
Yeah,
I wrote this.
That would be. You know what? There's this guy I follow on Instagram, and he doesn't. He teaches you the right commands to make to AI. So that whole thing where I said pretend to be a consultant, so like I got that from him. He was like, "Bro, y'all not doing this right. Y'all just saying, hey, do some weird stuff." And he's like, "Nah, get into it. They can understand what you mean." So it's bugged out, bro. It's bugged out.
Yeah, I looked into it. Basically, if you give it enough like
commands,
words and stuff like that, it you could use it as a good tool. But people are just doing weird shit with it.
Yeah, but like people are gonna start like calling each other, like doing prank calls with AI, and Lord knows where that can go.
You know what I find funny about this AI shit? If you feed it just the right amount and the correct prompts, you get exactly what you want. Same's true if you hire a person and give that person the right amount of prompts, you get the same shit. Like,
but you get it in seconds for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it in seconds.
I mean, you got a gun, you get anything you want for free.
That's also a good point.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want someone writing an essay for me with my gun to their head, though. I don't think they'll be at their best.
You know what you can't get for free, though? Yo, Cap, I need you to point to your left.
What?
The other way. You're right,
this
then.
This is my left.
Okay, you're right, then. You can't get that for free.
Hey!
You can't get that for free.
Press buttons over here. We need no help.
Fucking bitch. You're a bitch, GTB.
Bitch GT is hilarious. Bitch GPT is funny.
Word.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah,
Those
man.
are nice.
Yeah. These are new features.
That is a shirt right there.
Yes.
That is a good one.
Yo, we still need the Brooklyn shirt though.
Yes, we do.
Soon.
Yo,
Brooklyn coming soon.
I hand drew that ring.
That
I know
is
you can't tell.
Great.
I hand drew that shit.
That's what makes it good, though. That's what makes it good.
You know what's hilarious, Vin? For the first time ever, you told me to point in a direction, and my dyslexia didn't fuck me up.
Yeah.
right? Shit.
The one moment is should have, so you could have.
Yeah, exactly.
The crazy shit is my left is this way.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, point to your left. Which way is your left, Ray?
My left would be. It's gonna be that way. Yeah. So it's,
See?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm this
You know what we needed? What we were doing last night during Raw. Fucking flip our camera so it would be
Yeah.
the right way.
Yeah.
So why am I the only one? See, I never follow any fucking trend.
Yeah,
Always an
you
individual.
you got it mirrored.
Hmm.
And you know, we got
Yeah,
GG stuff up here.
I don't got.
That's a cool ass backpack.
That is a great backpack.
Yeah, I might to get a backpack because
Yeah.
That's from Gigi's
Yeah,
like-
GG. I'm gonna have to. That shit looks raw. Yeah, that looks sick.
shit. It reminds me, I gotta update my shirt store. I've been slacking on that.
word.
Not here for BS. That's very cabs. I'm
Yeah.
not here for that. It's
Word.
very cabs. I love that shirt. Yeah, that's gonna have to be a purchase for sure.
Yeah, and as of right now, we're doing a special. If you buy 2 of the shirts, you get 2 shirts.
This is true.
If you buy if you buy 2 shirts, you can go fuck yourself after.
Yeah.
But you have 2 shirts.
Yeah.
Just go fuck yourself.
Remember, we got the rules here. And remember,
All the way to number
Yeah.
10. Go
And
Go
then
fuck
fuck
yourself.
yourself.
It says then go fuck, which is also very funny. that might just be
Yeah.
an alternative to that.
yeah,
T-shirt.
I
That's
think
very
the
funny.
picture, I think the picture of the
Yeah,
shirt
yeah.
cut it off.
Yeah, it cuts
You
it
know.
off.
Hopefully, because imagine that's the misprint.
But-
Is just go
Hey,
fuck.
still,
Like,
yeah, go fuck it. Go fuck one of the women that's wearing the Wrestling with Knucklehead shirts right here.
Hey.
Attractive.
I mean, it's not a prerequisite. It's
It's just
something-
it's a bonus. It's a
yeah,
bonus.
Yeah.
You know you got good peoples around you if they wearing this. It's a bonus.
Facts.
Word.
Facts.
Yeah.
All right. Now let me stop playing with our AI generated shit.
That kind of leads me to the question of the day.
There you go. Question of the day, baby.
So, we with AI and all of that shit kind of getting wild and stuff. What's the one kind of futuristic thing you see in a movie that you absolutely want in real life? Do not say the 3 seashells.
Nah.
Yeah, if I knew how they worked, I would.
Yeah,
Did anyone figure out how those shits work?
I'm pretty sure someone did.
They said how it does work, but every time I see that article, I'm like, I'll read it later, and then I never read it.
I'm gonna cheat, and then I'm gonna make it tough for you guys. I want to be able to take a pill and put it in a microwave, turn it on, and get
Fuck.
a
You-
chicken dinner.
You knew that I was gonna say that, Chican.
Yo,
God.
Taekwondo says sex bots. Hey, whatever floats your boat. Seems safe.
um,
They already have the sex dolls.
You might get burned in a different way, but
Word.
you know.
but
Yo,
Yeah, I'll be here all
Can you
week.
imagine getting ghosted by one of them?
I'm
It just depowers on you.
Imagine your bot just. Oh my God, that's.
Yo,
It
the bot
reprograms
uses
itself
GPT to,
like
to
that.
let you down easy.
Oh my God. No, okay. So besides the chicken, I want the hoverboard from
Back to the
Back
Future.
to the Future. These hoverboards they're not hoverboards, they're wheels.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
you mean the things that
They're-
broke so
they're-
many people's backs?
Yeah, they're weird tricycles. Like they're weird bicycles.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a hover. I would like that shit though. What would
I
you
still
guys
want
want
to-
from a future thing?
I want one of those communicators, not like the Power Ranger one, the one that you can legit just fucking and see the person you want to talk to.
Hell yeah, that's sick.
Like,
Like Apple Watches are trying to do that, but you want the hologram to
no,
come
you
out.
want the hologram. Like, yeah, one of those.
Oh,
cool
some
shit.
Star
'Cause it's like
Star
we
Wars
technically
shit.
got that now if you do FaceTime, but it's like no. I want the fucking ping, and then it's right there. There.
Oh, we're gonna get into it, Anthony. We're gonna get into it because the espionage
this
spy
is-
shit was real.
Yeah. it
Word.
was that
The
episode.
feelings were real. We'll get into it, Ant. Appreciate you coming through. Self-lubricating and
Oh Jesus, he's very specific with this.
Yo,
fucking
just get a
sexual-
woman.
Yeah,
tired.
This
Tired.
stuff lubricating. And if you hit the right spot, they'll vibrate. You know what I'm saying?
Took me a while. That took me a while. That took me a bit. Self-lubricating. You know what I would. You sound. You know what you want. You want that Blade Runner 2049 shit.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
The replicant.
That's what you want, bro. Great movie. Damn, I watched that shit like a month ago. I just want to watch it again. I love that fucking flick. I think I like the vibes more than the flick itself. Plus Ryan Gosling. You know how I feel about that?
Word.
Let's see. I'd take the instant teleportation.
Oh, you see? Practical. My man's not walking nowhere. My man's not driving nowhere.
No.
We get in there tonight, tomorrow.
I don't mind walking to places where I have to go, but like anything that's like an hour commute to work,
Yeah.
no, it's teleport there. Now it's not.
I would shit. That better self-driving cars too. Because I'm not ready for the self-driving cars yet. I know they out there, but I'm not ready for them.
Yeah, I still get worried with fucking cruise control. Like that shit.
Exactly.
Like, I don't trust it. Like, nah, we gonna crash. Like, I'm good.
Yeah, even cruise control is like,
How much better this world would be if we put everybody out of the automotive business and we just teleported where we needed to go.
Oh yeah.
Hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people out of work, but we get to teleport.
That's why I love
these podcasts will be so much easier.
You know what the crazy shit is with that whole people out of work shit? When they, when they talk about going to like electric and like solar powered and wind powered and all that other stuff, it's like it put so many gas companies out of work. Why don't you train all these fucking people that are working in the gas and oil companies to do the fucking windmill shit, maintenance and solar installation, and you could just transition them from doing the oil and gas shit to them.
It's more self-sustaining than drilling oil. That's why.
But I'm saying like transition all those workers to that shit.
There's studies on that, where they have industries that had switched to something else, and that industry started dying out. It is difficult to train everybody. Not everybody wants to do it. Not everybody who goes through the training can do it. So it's not as simple as just have everybody pivot over. There is going to be a substantial loss of employment. That's just the way it works.
I mean, it's the truth.
But that's on them now at this point, because it's like, yo, we go for training. You can't do it. Yeah, listen, we did the best we can. Train oil drillers to be astronauts. Seriously.
Only in a Michael Bay movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say, seems simple enough.
Yo,
word.
Think of that premise for a second. It was easier, to train oil drillers to be astronauts than to teach genius level astronauts to drill a fucking hole.
Yeah.
Well, because what happens if the drill bit fucking fucks up and they have to change the drill bit? Then what?
Dude, okay, so let's put Bruce Willis up in space, and what happens if the fucking Russian components and American components fuck up? How do you fix that shit? It's
how do we fix the flux capacitor?
Look, listen, you can train anyone to get kicked in the nuts to float out into space, but you can't train anyone to fucking change a drill bit. Like, I want you right now, I want you to take a gun and drill a 6-inch hole into the ground. You can't do it. Like soil, try to drill a 6-inch. You can't do it. You need a professional for it. But if you wanted to go swimming, I can train you to swim better than I can train you to drill a hole.
I tell you right now.
Gav's just like, what the fuck?
I'm mad that makes sense. I'm upset it makes sense.
I'm trying to like put it together. Like,
I'm trying to not to agree with you because you're ridiculous right now. But it's crazy because even if you're ridiculousness, there's some logic there.
Yo, I'm telling you right now, if I'm in that position and they're like, yo, Vic, we got to train you to be an astronaut because it's impossible for you to train that astronaut. The world's dying. I'm like, yo, I'm not doing it.
You can't train an astronaut to be the front desk agent.
Well, obviously in this scenario, I'm not just a fucking
No. I'm saying like watch a fucking astronaut pick up the phone. Telecommunications. What's the issue? You want an appointment? Wait. Wait.
No bedside manner, no customer service.
Yeah, like wait, sir. Hello. I don't need to know what happened yesterday, sir. What doctor? Can't do it. Can't do it. Don't put me out of space with that shit. The world's ending. The world is ending. I can't make an appointment. It takes a certain amount of person to do it. I hardly get past telling people how to get to the elevator. They're standing in front of the elevator, ask me where the elevators are, and I just simply go, I don't know.
Anthony, we're gonna get there. We doing question of the day. We're gonna get there soon. We got you.
Yes. Remember, Anthony, we read all the comments. We get to them when we can.
We'll get to them. We'll get to them. We got you. We got you.
When the subject arrives that we're talking about is a bunch of comment, we answer the comment.
Please please like and subscribe.
Yes. Also, since show came late, get yourself one of these.
Show's apparently producing. He said he's producing today.
But he's not watching right now, so I don't know what he's producing. But get one of these while you wait. But anyway, so me.
What's your thing? You can take the pills.
You remember the Adventures of Pluto Nash with Eddie Murphy?
Yes, I remember the Adventures of Pluto.
Remember when they did that whole shit where they literally changed Homeboy's body and he was like super mega power? That or and also,
what would you change though? You're perfection already.
This is true, but I think.
Come on, bro. You're already.
What are you like 6'5"?
No, being 7'6".
Okay.
It's hard to walk through doors.
Yeah.
So I would have to at least be 6'8".
Yeah. We could bring it down a bit.
Yeah,
it's like the haircuts in Grand Theft Auto. They make hair appear.
Yeah. And then and I want a fucking lightsaber, bro.
Yeah.
I want a lightsaber or a fucking laser gun. Pew! Like I want some shit.
You want a pew pew pew.
Yeah.
Boom boom boom.
Yeah.
I want a laser gun. I would definitely I'd shoot lizards. Just fucking fry them. All the iguanas. Yo, iguanas are mad intrusive here. They literally tell you kill the iguanas. Yo, I fucking hate lizards. I hate iguanas. They don't bother nobody, but they're really intrusive. Like they go into biting wires. They will slip in your house if you're not careful. They're like literally Miami's like, yo, kill the iguanas. Just dispose of them. I will zap an iguana.
Dude, that lightsaber shit is not a bad idea. I would love to see people just injure themselves because they're fucking stupid.
That's what I was thinking with the laser gun. So many people are accidentally gonna be like, "Oh, there goes my foot."
I mean, just like regular guns, you need training. With all guns, you need training.
Nah, fuck that. Let's do what the NRA really does. But we don't train nobody. Just hand them out for fucking free. I would love to see that one idiot be like, Martha, call the fucking ambulance. I burned my dick off with the goddamn lightsaber. I Luke Skywalker myself, Martha.
I thought the laser gun was a sex bot. That looked the same.
It's my turn with
it's self-lubricating laser gun.
Slippery ass fucking gun. Can't even fucking shoot it. Wow.
Oh my God, did you hear how Jimmy died? His lightsaber wasn't working. He looked down the barrel and turned it off.
Boom. Oh, no. That's why the future is so scary. It's not because of the science itself. It's because of us.
Yeah. We're not smart enough to compete with the science.
Darwin is going to be proven right come hella high water.
Exactly.
Oh my God!
But that's not future technology.
That's future
bro.
tech. They already gave it to him. I mean, you got to be in specific clubs though to get that. If that's what you're saying, you got to have status to get that.
You got to be the number one Laker in the team
in the world. Ever.
Yeah. I don't think Kobe could have got that cure. That was Shaq around.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. We weren't being mean there. There was we're talking about celebrity status here.
Know your history.
Yeah. Know the facts. Watch the fucking HBO shit.
Give me a sec, y'all. Let me get this food.
While he's doing that quick history lesson, in the late 80s, early 90s, Magic Johnson came out and said he had HIV. No, he had AIDS, not HIV.
Yeah.
Did two different things. Said he had AIDS. At that moment, they made the proclamation. Everybody now knows at least one person with it. And in that time, it was HIV. There you go. At that time, it was a death sentence. Then out of nowhere, he was fine. He just said he was a carrier of it and not actually infected with it, which I don't know enough about it to say if that's true. But either way, this dude is going strong and has never caused a problem for anybody.
But don't go in his bag because he's carrying that shit.
Imagine if that's what he meant. Like he's carrying it around, never actually had it in him.
Yeah,
It's just in a fucking tube.
The word.
He has the.
It's funny. You watch the NWA film or anything about back in the day when Eazy-E got it. And he's like, but I ain't fucking gay. Like that was the thing.
Well, that was the bad stereotype about it. That's the only reason people thought they could get it. Like,
yeah, because you know what it is. It was affecting that community more.
Yeah.
Than normal. But then it started spreading everywhere because that obviously there's more than one way to get it.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a handle of it at the time.
And it wasn't being questioned. They were just like, "Oh, that's the only way." Like,
yeah. But that's just crazy. So Anthony says he would want to be able to do what the Terminator robots do and read your adrenaline levels, your heart rate, your pheromone levels, all that other stuff.
Yo,
I mean, for a woman, that'd be convenient.
Am I the only idiot who, when I read the first part of that, I want to do what the Terminator did? Was I the only one who was like, you just want to walk up to people and take their boots, their clothes, their pants, their jacket? Like,
no, I was
maybe
thinking like
rob people.
I was thinking he wants to walk around shooting people in the back, like you have 20 seconds to comply. Blah,
He wants to spin that
blah.
fucking shotgun.
Yeah.
he just wants to say, "I'll be back." That's it. That's all he wants to say.
Word.
I'll be back.
I want to save the universe and destroy the chip that constantly keeps being remade. Oh, this is a prototype chip. And that's the funny thing. We're gonna destroy the chip and the prototype of the arm. Were there no plans of this? Like you didn't destroy the plans or anything.
That's the loophole. That's like there's more to it, but
It's like
this works.
the Terminator's so smart he completely forgot about paper.
It wasn't programmed into him. It's a higher intelligence.
They just showed that you go back and kill John Connor, it absolutely doesn't matter because somebody else would just step up in his role.
No woman do it.
I'm here. Just got the
original
the
two
camera.
Terminators completely fucking useless.
Yeah.
They chased down the wrong person because anybody would just fucking step up.
Yeah, they just had to burn down the building. Just kill
Wasn't the real point to keep John alive so that he could survive Judgment Day or something? Wasn't that the point?
No. So the original plot was to go back and kill John Connor because he leads the resistance.
Yeah.
And the fight.
Yeah.
In the second one, they went back to try to kill John Connor, but then they sent Arnold back because there would be somebody that he recognizes. So Arnold was sent back to protect him. Then in the third one, it was just to make sure that John Connor survived Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Then we saw Salvation, which was stupid.
Hold on, wait.
Go ahead.
That don't make no sense. They sent back Arnold because he would recognize. How do you recognize somebody when you're in your mom's belly? Because part one, she was pregnant with him.
Yeah.
That was the. I don't know if that's still the canon excuse, but the excuse for why Arnold came back is because it was either somebody he would recognize or somebody Sarah would recognize.
Which, in hindsight, I don't know if you remember what happened the first time Arnold and these people met, but it wasn't nice. Like
she had the complete reaction when she first saw him.
Yeah,
she was scared shitless. Like,
what the fuck? Yeah, it's kind of dumb. But
then in Salvation, I think in Salvation the whole thing was he saw Arnold come out of the fucking thing for the first time and was like, "Oh shit, that's the one that chased me," and that's how they decided to send that back.
No, I think because it was because the technology they were able to reprogram those.
Yeah.
No, but the specific look.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. It's for some reason they always keep that same look. the bad Terminators could look like whoever,
Yeah.
but the good one has
Arnold.
to be. Yeah, has to be.
Yeah. And then it's beautiful. We got to keep him because he wins the war. So they snuff him out in the last movie, and now it's another woman that wins the war. It's like, I think it's time for the robots to just realize
You're not
we're
gonna
losing
win.
this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go in the future and stop them from winning the war. How about that one?
Didn't they say in the last one too that it was like they sent like 57 fucking motherfuckers back to look for him?
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me one of them pops him, retires? The other ones are like, "Up, job well done. We can either decommission or go home." A new person rose up. Why not just kill everybody who was fighting from back then? If you're gonna send multiple people back, hit multiple targets.
They did that in 4.5, where they were killing all of his sergeants.
That's in 3.
Yeah, with the woman transformer.
The woman
Transformer.
The Terminatrix, I think
Yeah.
they call it.
Was that the real name?
I don't know if that's the real name, but that's the street name.
That's the internet. Okay. Yeah.
I think the real name is like the T something.
The
I'll look
TX.
it up.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm done. That was fast.
Damn, bro. You weren't lying.
Yo, because he eats like a duck. He just done.
Yeah. Especially
yeah.
to put the camera back on.
She was just the TX.
The TX. Yeah, that's what I looked. Yeah, that's what I said. TX.
Well, yeah.
Decent flick.
Well,
Decent.
AIDS was transferred over with that shit because they were sharing needles. The crackheads and all that stuff, they were sharing needles.
That's how it spread to the rest of the people.
Yeah.
Also, the people who made AIDS didn't account for bisexuality.
I'm not gonna comment on that first half of that sentence.
Hey, listen, man. I find it funny that one man fucks a monkey
That obviously was a lie.
worldwide
That's not-
spread through sex.
So just put the thing on the bottom.
No, but that's what they said. He fucked a gorilla.
Yeah, but that's obviously not the truth. That's the fucking bullshit.
Listen, man. It's either that or they put it in the DDT shit to kill the insects, and it went into our ACs, and everybody had AIDS.
Yeah, I saw what was going on in the chat there. It's a wild topic.
Yeah.
Wild topic. So, Secret Invasion. Since we have the weird segue that we're doing that. Look, Ty, you gotta stop. That was your final thought? That right there, that was your final thought? Come on, Ty. You're better
than that.
Yeah, not Jinx.
Yeah, but I mean, why would you want that to be your final thought, though?
Yeah, for real. For real.
So before we get into Secret Invasion, I finally saw Transformers: Rise of the Beasts, and I have to say, I think I, as a moviegoer, have changed.
Oh, what I've been telling you the last year and a half?
Yo,
That
he
is
would
you?
love the
Time out.
That is you?
he would love the Fast and the Furious franchise.
Wait, we proved definitively that we have not graded the MCU differently.
First of all, Cap.
That's
first
what
of
that
all-
fucking thing was.
No, Cap. You and your ridiculous ratings, and I conceded because I didn't want to go anymore. But the truth is, Multiverse of Madness is a better movie than Iron Man. It is.
That's
We
not
just-
what you. That's not what we bore down.
Well, yeah,
It was a tie.
I'm just saying it's a better movie. But because Iron Man started it all, like, come on now. I conceded just to
Hold on.
concede.
Oh,
You've been trying to prove that point ever since I made it. It's okay. You're a different person now. You look at movies different. It's literally what I've been trying to say this whole time.
Dude,
A lot happened to a lot of us.
Yo, we definitively, and not just you conceding, 3 other people who didn't concede came to the same conclusion that we did not grade them any differently.
You came to that conclusion because I conceded. I could have kept going, and we would have made it a 5-hour episode, but there's no point.
So
Like,
then the 3 other people are also wrong.
I mean, what were you about to say right now? That you as a moviegoer have changed. Is that not what I've been trying to say the last year? That's what I've been trying to say. We all changed.
Yeah, but my changing does not affect, what do you call it? My changing does not affect my rating of the movie.
And you know what? I would like to throw a flag. I don't like the rating system of just asking someone what they think of a movie after they just saw it. That's unfair. That's unfair. You can't just ask someone right then and there what they... You need to watch a movie twice at least to give a good, honest response. You need to settle. Right. You need to mold on it back to the crib.
Here's my thought on that.
Yeah, like watching the Eternals 3 more times.
Yeah, this is my honest thought on that. If you need to watch a movie more than once to see if you liked said movie, it wasn't a good movie.
No, it's just because you miss stuff. You miss stuff. You miss stuff all the time. Dude, you do it here.
I didn't need to see Spider-Man more than once.
Crazy, because that shit was fire.
I didn't need to see Guardians of the Galaxy more than once, and we know what my thoughts are. I didn't need to see Winter Soldier or Endgame, or I didn't need to see any movie more than once.
But you have seen them
more than once.
Yeah, you have. You get a better understanding. I mean, there's always things that you miss.
I've never seen it.
In one watch, you know exactly everything that's going on.
There's only, and I'm gonna get flack for this one. There's only been one movie in my life that I've seen more than once. Oh, well, okay. I guess there's only been one movie that I've seen more than once, and my opinion has changed. And it changed for the better. I liked it even more the second time, and that's Captain Marvel. Every other movie, you can disappear all you want. Every other movie.
You mean to tell me this guy doesn't do this shit on purpose? He does it on purpose. You just being the contrarian to be the contrarian. The more I watch that movie, I liked it from the beginning, but I don't think it got better with time. My bad. Like Ty said, my tampon on my butt, whatever that statement is.
No, dude, I liked it more the second time.
It happens.
But, so here's back to the Transformers thing.
All right, we can go back now.
My rating of it is the same as I would rate every movie. It's a good movie. It's a decent. In reality, it's an 8 out of, I'd say like 7.5, 8 out of 10.
That's good.
There was shit in it that I definitely popped for. There was shit in it that I enjoyed. There was things in it that brought me back to nostalgia. So like Spider-Man, like the objective opinion of the movie is what it is. But where I say I changed as a moviegoer is when I when I left the theater.
I didn't say one word, like.
Although I can admit that the movie's an 8 out of 5, if I take myself out of it, it didn't hit for me as hard as the other movies, as any other movie. Like, I could have not gone. I didn't need to go to the theater to watch that.
I hear that.
And the end credit that was supposed to be mind-blowing was nothing. And it literally left me going. So I had made a comment.
That because you seen me go.
That was one. But before, when we were talking about how we would introduce them, I literally said my fear is going to be, they've been here. They just never showed up before. And that's exactly what happened. The motherfucker was like, we knew you were in Peru. Joined the G.I. Joe. And in the moment, I was like, two things happened. One, I was like, oh, cool. The card says G.I. Joe. Then simultaneously, I was like, that's it? It's just a card that says G.I. Joe? Then on the ride home, I went, that's exactly what I was afraid of. Because if you saw them in Peru and you just said that your fucking whole team deals with planetary threats. Where the fuck were you at now with Scourge in the middle of fucking Peru? Where the
Hold
fuck
up.
are you?
Hold up, because the theme song says it already. G.I. Joe was there.
Where?
That's what it says.
Yeah.
That's the theme
Whenever
song. Yeah.
there's trouble, G.I. Joe is there.
Okay, yeah, that I was like, I needed the whole thing there. I was
But-
like, what?
But that's what I'm saying.
That's all you need.
No, because I was
Why-
like, they're specifically there. I was a little lost. My bad.
So-
My bad.
We're
Yeah,
there in
yeah.
Peru watching
Yeah.
the Transformers.
Here's my overarching point.
Hold
My
up.
overarching point
Say,
is I have personally switched. I need something deeper than what I've been seeing. That's
Yo,
why
but-
Guardians 3 for me is a highly rated movie
But
for me
here's
because Guardians 3 had some shit that was deep in it.
he-
I know, sorry, man. I know that the movie's supposed to be in 1994, but I'm a little tired of watching the fucking poor Hispanic that can't get health care and nobody wants to fucking help, or the fucking black girl who's smart but everybody takes advantage of her and nobody wants to give her a shot. It's like, yo,
Don't watch Blue Beetle. That's literally what Blue Beetle's gonna be.
yeah,
The Spanish kid who can't get help. Yeah,
That's
it's literally what it's
fucking.
gonna
That's tiring. We can't come up with any other fucking reason for these people to be in the movie. Any other fucking
be. I
situation.
mean, it's relatable.
But hold up. Here's the
Who?
thing. Here's the thing.
People in that position. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Rich White Man. My bad. It's relatable.
Here's the thing.
Yo,
The thing is,
I'm
I
not-
get what you're
I'm
saying,
not
though.
rich, but
The thing is, it can't be relatable over and
Yeah.
over again. I get that. I
yo,
get that.
Here's
it's
the
the
thing,
same.
here's-
hold on, it's the same. Sorry, I'm sorry. I will let you speak.
Let it out. Let it out.
It's the same thing.
I still got
just
it.
just so we're not
Yeah.
comparing shit. It's
This
the
is the
same
thing.
thing with Batman's origin. We don't need to see the motherfucking parents die again and again and again. We know it already.
We didn't see it last time.
Good.
We don't
Let's
need to
keep
see
it
it.
out of there.
Batman was just there, but you
So-
didn't like
so
that
we need-
movie.
Batman Joe was there.
But my overarching point before I let Toe go is I just need more substance. There was not enough substance in the Transformers movie for me.
So here's the thing: has there ever been substance in these, in like Transformers?
No, there has not. The 1986 movie had
Whoa.
some shit in it.
Yeah.
The animated shit.
The
had some
animated
shit in it.
that's totally different. The thing is, okay, my thing is, like, I feel like we need this. We need the Fast Nines, we need the Transformers, and we need that indie shit. That shit that makes you think. Sundance Film Festival joints. We need all of it.
You need
Yeah.
it. I'm moving past.
What?
We-
It's
No, I'm just saying, like, we need all of it.
No.
Like,
I know.
everybody differently.
That's why my rating of it is different than my viewpoint of it.
Which is what I like to do as well. I like to give a
Yeah.
personal
But-
and then what I really think it is. But go
But
ahead.
that's
Go
what
ahead.
I'm saying.
All right.
My
Yeah.
view on movies have not changed. I'm not rating them differently because I could separate myself.
I'm gonna roll my eyes.
so
I'm gonna roll my eyes.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here
To who? To yourself?
to Cap. The reason why the G.I. Joes weren't in Peru fighting against the robots because one, they had a beam shoot up to the sky that was in a frequency that humans can't see. So there's no way people knew that was happening. You had to be a Transformer to see that frequency. Two, no one knew Transformers existed except for the people that helped out Bumblebee that they mentioned in that day. So maybe the G.I. Joes knew about robots. Also, this happened over a 4-day period. The G.I. Joes are a counter global threat agency. In 4 days, they're not going to have enough intelligence to know these people are looking for an artifact that's going to bring over a world eater. This shit happened. It's kind of like saying, how come the Navy SEALs didn't go and get that fucking submarine? They knew that the submarine was going down there and it blew up. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like this shit happened in a time where they didn't know it was happening. Now, granted, when they have undercover agents going around fucking finding out that the Russians got a dirty bomb, Yeah, we got 4 days. But they don't got motherfucking swimming ducks in Peru. They don't got this shit in the college. You know what I'm saying? But also, this shit took place in the Brooklyn. In the Brooklyn, there's nothing but struggling Spanish people. If this happened in the Bronx, he would have been a fucking gang member.
In the 90s.
Yeah, he would have been a gang member that broke dance and spray painted shit all over the place. His brother wouldn't have had a fucking sickle cell disease because in the Bronx we can't spell that shit. He'd have been stabbed and he would have been like fighting parallelism.
What?
Okay.
It's the plurals of paralyzed.
Listen, you two. When I'm here, you guys don't go at it. That's what I'm here for.
We're not
Direct the anger to me.
No, I'm just saying, like, I think but that's a justification on why the G.I. Joes was like, oh, yo, you saved the world. We didn't know this shit was happening. Oh, by the time we figured it out, it was too late. So now we want you on our shit.
Okay. Now, counterpoint. The museum blew up. G.I. Joe is the top level fucking unit in the world at counterterrorism and global threat assessment. Right? The museum fucking blew up. The girl in the museum figured all that shit out on her own. You mean to tell me that 2 random people and 6 robots can mobilize on the word of one person, but the elite of the elite team can't show up and go, oh, let's follow where they're going. Oh shit, there's a big ass fucking thing happening.
So what you're saying it just shouldn't have happened.
No, what I'm saying is...
wait, that's kind of like saying that a detective goes to a murder scene and go, oh, well, let's follow the fucking killer.
What I'm saying is...
You know what I'm saying?
Here's what I'm saying.
They didn't have the same clues as the woman.
Here's what I'm saying. I didn't need the entirety of the G.I. Joe fucking unit to show up in Peru. 1 or 2 people. Because if you're truly monitoring global threats, somebody should have been there. Because he knew all of it. So if you knew all of it, 1 or 2 things. Either 1, you watch that shit happen and you let the fate of the world to 2 random ass people, or 2, what you said happened and the most elite motherfuckers on the planet just showed up late. We couldn't get there in time. Sorry, you
or you could just suspend disbelief and enjoy things.
Well, I mean, yo, listen, there's a lot of things.
Suspend disbelief for 5 seconds.
There are a lot of things that happen in this planet that the elite of the elite did not get to in time.
Or they know and just been like chilling anyways. Like, we got other shit to do over here anyways.
Maybe
we see what's going on over there, but you know, this is more important.
Maybe they turned around and did have people there as intelligent getters because they were like, yo, we don't have anything for these robots, but they seem to be fighting each other. Let's see what they do. You know what I'm saying?
And I get what both of you guys are saying. And Cap, you're right. Like, music, movies, even video games are kind of recycling. We need new minds. We need fresh minds. I could agree with that. I just want to give you a hard time.
No. I'm tired. This is again me personally.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm tired of suspending disbelief.
It's a movie, though.
They're robots.
They're asking. That's what I'm saying. It's a movie about robots.
The suspension of belief is me accepting that Optimus Prime fully exists in this world. That's the point where it stops. Now the movie has to make sense. And I'll give you the perfect example. I bring it up on multiple occasions, Critical Role. They play D&D. It's an actual play. I'm watching them play a made-up game. They just had an episode in which one of their guest characters, or their guest actors, came in and played a character who was present when the main team stormed the base and stopped the supposed bad guys from doing something, right? The guest was there and was watching them kill his people. So he wound up by happenstance with half of the group. On his way out, he dropped his disguise and he attacked them. They had a fight, they killed him. Now, on the surface, he was a bad guy who was unprepared to try to get revenge, and they took him out. Right? That's the surface level shit. That's the, hey, this is part of the D&D campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's where I need more. It went deeper than that. This dude tried to adhere himself to the group. He actually made genuine connections. When one of the women were like, you betrayed me, there was a genuine, I thought we were fucking together. I thought we were supposed to fucking be at this level and grow. You fucking betrayed me. There was a genuine, I'm tired of fucking being betrayed. And all the shit that's happened in the past is
Hey! Full house. Keep going though. My bad. Sounds mad interesting. Critical Role so good.
So there was a genuine, I'm tired of fucking being portrayed. And she let so much of her darkness go that the evil warlock patron that has her under control that they fought to get rid of, she just opened the door for her to come back, which is going to cause even more consequences down the road. There was a fucking moment with their Captain America character, their guy who's supposed to be the eternal optimist.
Yeah.
Dude, prior, in that raid, he took a locket because he was like, yo, these people are human. So I don't want to dehumanize them. He took a locket symbolizing their humanity. In this episode where the betrayal happened, at the end, when that dude was turned to literal dust, he took the locket, threw it at the dust, and said, we're at war. It was a turning point where he now switched and was like, I know where I have to go if I want to stop this event from happening.
I gotta watch this campaign. Shit.
The levels of depth happen, and this is not squeaky clean.
Of course.
But you can make an argument on both sides that these guys are not the heroes we get. They're just the people who saved the day. Or you can make the argument that there's heroes. Like the levels are such that that's what I need now. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 had fucking levels in it that were understandable from every fucking angle. Wakanda Forever had emotional depth and layers in it. Ant-Man and the Wasp, no layers. Transformers.
It was a bad try.
Attempt at with the family stuff.
Transformers, as good as nostalgic as it was for me, who grew up loving Transformers, to see the actual look of them, the actual team of them, to hear Optimus Primal say, what do you call it? Fucking Maximize. Yeah, I'm being flustered now. To hear all that shit, the inner kid in me was like, cool. But there was no depth that the older me can walk away from and go, you know what? Here's the levels. Let's break down the levels of it.
Well,
for me,
can I tell you?
No, but you know the thing. Hold on, real quick, Cabs.
You go talk.
Now, here's the thing, though, and I think they glossed over it because it wasn't as prominent as they would have been in the movie back in the day. But you should have connected with the main character more than anyone, because he was in the military and he basically left to take care of his brother, which you did to take care of mom, and then he was like, yo, this shit, I gotta, defend my planet because of my family, and he left to go fight, which in reverse you did also when 9/11 happened. You know what I'm saying? So it was like you should have connected with that character
resonated.
based off of those little factors. But also the subplot for this movie, it was basically how Optimus Prime and this character were the same person, and they had to learn how to be a team and trust each other. You know what I'm saying? So there was levels to it. It was just they went the cheap route of what's the quickest way I can get you guys to be invested with this person? His brother's sick, they ain't got money. Because everybody's sick and they ain't got money.
I get that. But one of the reasons I didn't connect, it's because you just told me that this dude was an electrical engineer. And we saw him fix and jailbreak a fucking cable box like we used to in the day. And in a fucking setting with mechanical robots, None of that came into play. So you told me he was in the military, right? And in a setting that's a fucking battlefield, none of that came into play. Like, there's a myriad of little things that didn't fucking connect for me. Where, yeah, all that other shit I should have connected to, but the other shit was more glaring. Because, perfect example. He went for an interview. The guy was like, I talked to your army commander. He said you're unreliable. And not even 15 minutes later, they fucking scan him. And they're like, he's a well-decorated fucking army. He was an army soldier. He's got accommodations and all that. And immediately I went, how the fuck he got accommodations if he's unreliable? Who the fuck's lying about like that? It took me out because it's like, this shit don't mesh. You just told me he's actually good at what he does. But 15 minutes ago, this is a piece of shit fucking soldier that you can't hire. So now I'm like, is this because he's Spanish? Or it took me out? It took me out of it. Because
there's always that trope of the hothead kind of like unreliable dude, but when you need him in the clutch, he's like there. Because you could save and I'm not military at all, so please excuse the terms, and I don't mean to disrespect. We love the vets in here. You could save some homies from a foxhole or something, but then turn around and not respect your sergeant. That is a real thing. But the thing they still gotta decorate what you did, but that reminds me of Ken from Street Fighter. Ken is just as good as Ryu and can kick ass, but he's unreliable. He's just don't rely on Ken. Yeah. But Ken could come in and do some shit.
See, the thing is, accommodations are different than he saved somebody one time.
Recognition.
Yeah, accommodations you get because you're being recognized for the work you do over a prolonged period of time.
Okay.
Which is why I'm like, you can't be unreliable if your record shows that you've been acknowledged for the work you've done over a long period of time.
Yeah, for your consistency, yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, you don't work well with the team. Again, I've seen firsthand the motherfuckers who are supposed to be good at their job and don't work well as a team. And I can tell you, no accommodations, no fucking special treatment. Every single person looks at them a certain way.
Okay, but it's a movie, though.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, for me, that little shit like that took me out of the movie.
Yeah.
Because again,
you're a different movie watcher now.
Well, I get what Cap was saying because
I give you a hard time.
In the Way of Water with the Avatar 2, like these people had to train to hold their breath underwater for 7 minutes because they were living underwater as a tribe and shit. It's like those little details. I get it. It's still those are things where it's like throwaway things. Like Fast and the Furious, everything is a throwaway except for Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, everything outside of Jason Momoa on screen is unbelievable.
Yo, my whole thing is, let's put it this way. My whole thing is, I'm tired of going to spend money in a theater to watch something I think I could have just watched at home.
Oh, well, facts.
Because the whole theater experience, I don't give a shit about. The whole communal experience, it's a very individualistic thing when I watch a fucking movie. So I don't even need to see it on the biggest screen. I watch most of my shit right here. I don't even use the laptop that I'm on right now to watch most of the shit I watch. So there's nothing about the experience of being in a movie theater that is enough for me to go to see every movie unless it has some, and I know there's no way I could tell unless I watch the movie.
I
But
hear
that's
you though,
why
man.
that's why nine times out of 10 I don't go fucking watch movies.
I hear
But
you though.
when I get a movie like Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm gonna fucking sing the praises of it because it was worth my time. The D&D movie, that was worth my time. It had depth in it and storytelling, character, the actual gameplay mechanics of D&D, all the little shit that I was looking for. Worth my time.
Did you
So
like
that's where,
Did you like the World of Warcraft movie? Did you watch it?
yes, I actually did like the World
That
of
was a good
Warcraft
flick.
movie.
I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that. It's a solid 8.
Yeah, you know what it was? It was like watching. It wasn't like watching Mortal Kombat, the first Mortal
Oh,
Kombat, and it was
Well,
definitely better than watching Street Fighter. But I'm trying to figure out a good.
the first Mortal Kombat that I did not my throw up sound there wasn't for the first Mortal Kombat.
It's
It's
new one.
for Annihilation and the new one.
Yeah.
The first one is untouchable. The first one is
Yeah.
yeah.
Warcraft. See, Warcraft. Here, perfect example. The Vic that saw Warcraft, like Warcraft.
Mhm.
I don't know if this Vic, if you put Warcraft in the theater today, I don't know if I go in there and be like, I don't know if I go in there and have the same feeling.
Yeah, no,
And
I
again-
hear you. Like, you know
again,
what's
I'm
funny?
not-
There's this video game podcast that I watch, right? Isla Hink, she always talks about things that she wants to do, but aren't wasting her time. She doesn't have time anymore. Yeah, none of us are kids anymore, right? We got real grown-up shit to do, right? So, and she talks about how ratings are really just 3 things: good, okay, bad. You know what I'm saying? It's just simple. It doesn't have to be anything else. And it's and then people start going, "Oh, this is awesome, and this is fantastic," and blah blah blah. You're just saying it's good. You know what I'm saying? And then when you're like people say mid, right? People use mid as a diss or like a troll or a joke. But mid is okay. There's nothing wrong with being okay. Being okay is okay. And then you're bad. That's when you have a real problem. But it's the spectrum of how we rate things isn't as crazy as we make it out to be. It's really quite simple at the end of it. It's fun. It's just funny to talk like this. You know what I'm saying?
It's tantamount to storytelling. Every story has already been told. So even if you put a spin, we're still telling the same shit. And it all amounts to the same.
Have we run out of creativity?
I'm gonna say yes for two reasons. One,
I have a reason why.
One, we keep remaking shit because they think that if we do shit that people recognize, it's more likely to work instead of just making new shit. 2, everything's got to be a fucking franchise now.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
I mean, The Hangover was a funny comedy that had to be turned into 3 movies. Now, granted, the third one was good, better than the second. But did we really need more than one?
But the first was just legendary. I mean, but that's the thing, you make a good movie, it makes money, you got to make another. I think that's the problem. And one thing, I don't think that we lack creativity. I just think that we're in a world now that wants info fast. We need it fast. We need it now. We need everything right now. I really think people just enjoy simple, dumb experiences where you don't have to think much. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I want to just go watch a movie and be stupid. Yo, Fast and the Furious is gonna be at 20, and they're still gonna find something new to do. You know what I'm saying? It's just stupid fun, but I think people need to discern what you can do stupid fun with. You can't just take everything and make it dumb. You can't, as much as you want to try, and which is what those remakes are about, right? So some remakes, right? You want to remake a movie. You end up remaking it in a lighthearted kind of way, because you think it was like that. But like, yo, bro, shit in the early 90s and late 80s was dark. Even the funny stuff was dark. Like, you try to remake Ninja Turtles 1, and they're like, chicka chicka MC Mikey. And they was doing that shit back in the day, but fucking Raph was in a coma for a month, dog. Like, shit was crazy.
Ninja
it was
Turtles
dark.
1 is legit. Like,
it's dark.
It's
dark as hell. There was some real like
shit
that we were exploring and expressing at the time. It's a really rough movie. And then the OG Ninja Turtle comics, before the cartoon, before the cute colors to make it childlike, the Foot Clan was never robots. They were real people that these people were like stabbing. Like, that's wild. So I think I don't mind remakes, because at the end of the day, you still have the original thing there. Like, people be like, oh, you messed up the franchise. No, you didn't. like the original is still there. Don't watch the remake. But if you're going to make a remake, I would say try to respect it as much as you can. Just respect.
That I feel like it's forgotten about. It's almost like
respect.
It's again, it's trying to remake the wheel when you don't have to.
You have to, exactly. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just remake what you saw.
Yeah.
And if your mindset is, well, with today's technology, we can make that look better, then okay, just do that. just do that.
But don't kill it. Like, I recently,
don't remake it, just update it.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do.
You can do
Can
that.
I posit this? How about we only do remakes of movies with a cool premise that failed? Like Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
That's true.
That should be what a remake should be.
Okay, the movie failed. Let's remake that better.
Yes.
Let's not take a movie.
That's a perfect 10.
But let's not take a movie that's already good.
Yeah.
And remake, like, let's not take Old Boy and remake it and put the American spin. Old Boy's already good.
Yeah. That's a great point. That's a great point, Cap.
They did that too. White Man Can't Jump. I can't stand the new one.
Yo, I heard that happened, and I was like, no.
It lost
you're not
the
beating
joy
Wesley Snipes.
Like,
I mean, to be honest,
Woody Harrelson just not beating that combination.
The minute they put Jack Harlow, that movie was doomed. Because
exactly.
You gotta stop saying who. Just because you don't know people don't mean the world don't know people.
I'm just saying who. No, I'm asking you who the hell is that?
Jack, the white rapper dude.
Lay was right for saying who though, because I feel like a lot of people.
Everyone knows who Jack Harlow is, bro.
I don't.
Everyone knows who Jack Harlow is.
Like I said, Kaz, I don't think everyone's gonna know.
This podcast tries hard not to know that stuff, and I respect that. The only reason I know Jack Harlow, who he is because, some of the music was okay. He's the guy that sings the he's on that I told you long ago. Him and what's the Lil Nas X?
Yeah,
it's them. You might not know who Lil Nas X is. So
that I know.
I know Lil Nas X.
It was he had a song that the kids where I worked at once would play it all the time.
See, that's Taekwon. That's the thing. That's the thing, Taekwon. We don't need to know him. Back in the day, people wanted to know people.
Wait, why is Dwayne Wade in a movie with this singer?
No one likes Jack Harlow, bro.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know either one of those individuals, and I'm not trying not to know them. I swear to God, I do not know who either one of these guys are.
Jack Harlow's actually pretty popular. But for not being liked, though. He's popular for not being liked. Yeah.
Oh, he's one of those guys. Okay. I heard about it, and I was like,
Ty, stop.
The same thing with
he's like a fucking dog.
With House
Please
Party.
don't show that.
Bad dog, Ty. Bad dog. He's black, bro. He does what he does.
That's worse than what you just said.
He does what he does, bro. Like, he could do it. We can't stop him.
You know what the problem is? I think people are hiding their creativity in reboots. Because the RoboCop remake, which I know it's against the law to say that, if it was named anything other than that and had a different fucking main actor,
that's the thing.
It would have been a okay movie.
Yeah.
The Conan the Barbarian remake, if it was called something else, it would have been a decent movie. But we go there with the expectations of this being a Ninja Turtle movie, a
Yeah.
Conan, RoboCop. We already know what's about to happen. And then you do some crazy shit like this concept is all right, but this ain't RoboCop.
Yeah.
So, but you're like 100%. They do that a lot in video games where you bring a fresh idea and someone goes, yo, that would be perfect for a Ninja Turtles game. And they're like, no. This is perfect for the game we're making. They're like, yeah, but we could market it better in a Ninja Turtle skin. And you're like, you're going to write the check. So what? And you're 1,000,000% right. So because I think people present these scripts and these ideas, and people in the studios or the suits, like Led likes to say, the suits, they just be like, that's good, but we can make a Street Fighter.
Exactly.
Like, no.
Like,
Call it
Legit.
Shadalao.
Legit.
Like,
We don't. No. I wrote my own thing. They're like, yes, but the kids would love it if it was Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And what are you gonna say as a struggling artist? You're gonna say no to the check? 85% of the times, you're probably gonna take that check.
Funny, that's the thing about Street Fighter. When they did that movie, I remember watching it and going, there was one street fight and they didn't even fight.
Yeah.
Vega and Ryu never fought. They didn't
Yeah.
get to throw hands. And I'm like, so this is a war movie?
What? Yeah.
What
What
is
is
the
the
concept of Street Fighter? In the animated one, there's a war behind the street fighting. It's on the other end of it.
Yeah.
It's about Ryu and Ken. Once I saw Van Damme, I was like, oh, so we're not going with the story. Copy that.
See,
Understood.
So look,
Guile.
look at what Ty said. Just to give you guys an example, Devil May Cry was originally a scrapped idea for Resident Evil 4. So that's actually the inverse of what we're saying.
Yeah.
Where they're like, yo, this we could add to this franchise, and someone sees it and it's like, you know, that might just be good on its own.
Yeah.
That's what I think collectively it sounds like this podcast would be more interested in that than the opposite.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
funny note, most of what happens with scripts in Hollywood is if the script doesn't get greenlit directly for a movie, the studio will buy the rights to the script itself. And then when somebody comes along, what Cap said, somebody will come along and go, oh, this is a good idea. We could fit it in there.
Yeah.
And they'll have a new team take the original script that they bought and retrofit it into something else.
Great point, Toe. That was a good point,
Yeah,
bro.
it's the same thing happened with
Yeah.
Commando and Die Hard. It was supposed to be a follow-up, and then they were like, oh, let's just completely switch it off. And I go, that's a great idea, because you didn't need to follow Commando. He pretty much killed everybody that's kidnapped his daughter, and then their parents. There is no need of bringing anybody else into this party. Everybody, you killed 81 people. It's tied up in a lovely bow. It's over.
Yeah.
I would have seen a part 2. I'd have been like, why? It's like it would have been like Taken. This guy just murdered everybody in your whole French department. Why the fuck would you go after this guy again?
And the best part is the daughter doesn't learn anything when it comes to like defense. She keeps getting kidnapped.
Not until the third one. A little bit.
Then the mother gets kidnapped.
He starts to the second one, he starts to guide her. But you're right.
Yeah.
No self-defense, no learning how to defend herself after the shit happened to her.
So what you're saying is that Taken was supposed to be Mario.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Correct.
Pretty much. But
Correct.
you know what the thing is though? Like this is where I'm saying that the attention to detail, right? Because here's the bullshit. We want Taken 2. Now, what was Taken 1 about? His daughter.
By the way, that was an original idea. That was very original.
But instead of
like 100, but good for that.
Yeah. But instead of going, all right, how can we make Taken 2? You know, instead of remaking part 1 and putting 2 on it, they go, nah. Let's have someone with a personal vendetta and let's kidnap her again. Instead of going, if I'm not mistaken, at the end of Taken 1, he was a bodyguard for a fucking pop star.
Yeah.
Am I mistaken?
Yeah.
So now, him and his team in part 2, the pop star gets kidnapped because they want to hold her for ransom because her family got money or whatever the case may be. And now she's taken. And now he has to go with his team and go fucking do something. Or part 2, the fucking president or the fucking mayor is taken.
Right.
Someone else is taken and they go to him to get him back. Like Rambo, where it was like, yo, I'm done with this. We're like, yo, listen, we got a war and we need you to go to Afghanistan and you know, end this shit. You're the only one that can do it, John Rambo. You know, they didn't just go, yo, put Sylvester Stallone back in the woods crying about his friends got no legs. And we'll call it part 2.
The funny thing about the thing that killed me about Taken is that, one, I once again, this dude literally murdered your whole French division. There's nobody left of your thing in France anymore. He said,
Yeah.
I'm taking care of it. And you decide, yo, we need to go after him. No, we need to cut our losses. Clearly, this one dude is not due to fuck with. Just leave his family alone. It's a very simple thing. Now, with Rambo, with part 3 was that they kidnapped the colonel. That was part 3. That's when we Afghanistan. They kidnapped. They got the colonel, and I was like, wait a minute, but the colonel was doing an operation. That's not kidnapping. He got bagged. He sucks at it.
Yeah.
You know, Rambo would have been like, yo, next time do better. You know, that works out.
I'm gonna save your ass, but I'm gonna talk shit the entire time.
Exactly.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? He goes, yo, how did you get bagged? You're
It's
better
good.
than me.
It's good to see you. It's good to see you back, Le.
Yeah, I'm
It's
saying.
good to have you back.
It's just those certain movies. When I see a part 2 to certain movies, I just go, no.
Logical arguments.
It's over.
Yeah,
Everybody's done.
Because not for nothing, Rambo Last Blood, the last movie they made, if they would have said this is an original movie with Sylvester Stallone and they just did that to his daughter, it'd have been fine.
Yeah.
That wasn't necessarily a Rambo movie besides him fucking pulling back a bow and arrow that he never had until the movie before that.
Right?
He
was about the fucking knife. I remember the knife. The knife was Rambo and the fucking
and the gun. Yeah.
In part 1, he never got the chance to use a bow and arrow. In part 2, though, when he starts doing that whole in the mud shit when they kill the Asian girl, and he starts doing all that shit, he was fucking blows up the whole village with like 4 arrows, the explosive tips.
Okay.
I don't know how, but shit did he do it? It was amazing.
We don't ask questions about the like late 80s action movies. We don't ask questions.
Those are amazing. But yeah, but certain parts like you see 2 and 3, unless you're doing if you're doing 1 and then you 2 is a prequel, I got no problem with that. I got no problem with a prequel because then you're like, oh, it's like kind of like Missing in Action. They did part 1, then part 2 they went back to how he actually became a POW. That makes sense. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying, really, in certain movies, don't need it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you really don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like in all honesty, if they would have did the whole end scene of Transformers and it wasn't the G.I. Joes, it was just another scene, it would have hit the same way.
Yeah, but you know they like Cap said it right. They're gonna force a franchise onto another franchise to be Fast and the Furious or MCU. That's the only backlash with the MCU, with Star Wars, with Indiana Jones. And like I said it before, when it came to Freddy Krueger and Jason, both directors only wanted to do 1 and be done with it. Then Wes Craven didn't want to do anything else. He wanted to move on. They're like, yo, but he's successful. And he was like, unfortunately, I'm locked into a contract to do 2 more with you motherfuckers. So I'm going to do them, but they're not going to be top tier. And they weren't. Jason movies just became mindless slasher movies. Do I love them? Yes. Are they needed? No, not at all.
We don't need 8 parts.
The first one, they chopped the mom's head off. Murder's over. We're done. They forced the end of it with Jason coming out the lake. That was the studio forced that. The creator like, yo, once they kill the mom, it's over. We're done. Good horror movie. Clean up. Let's go home, guys. No. You got to do more. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta love the fact that this is how dumb the studios are. Jason Voorhees popped out as like an 11-year-old. Then we start the next movie and he's like 37. So what the fuck was he doing the entire time?
Somehow he's just like this advanced aging happening.
His week.
Stuff didn't need to make sense back then. We were all just shocked to see it. You know, we were just shocked. That happened. This thing happened to the Cowboy Bebop series. They did the live action series on Netflix, and everybody was like, "Yo, that shit is cool. It's just not Cowboy Bebop." Like, like this shit could have been its own freaking thing, and
just don't name it that. Yeah. It's funny because they had a lot of the aesthetics correct, the way it looked, and the way some of the camera angles changed. And I'm like, yo, it really is, but the story really wasn't it.
No,
it wasn't it at all. And that's a problem. That's a problem with the story.
Yeah.
Somebody in there, like I always said, some director got cute and decided he got to sprinkle his own little thing in there. No, there's material for that. We don't need you to get cute.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's and when you're gonna adapt or adapt something that's a comic book. I mean, that's a comic book, a video game that has actual history to a movie. You can't take liberties,
or not like, that, or liberties that
like,
make sense.
Yeah,
like you could sit there and change things to adapt it to current times, but you can't sit there and go, okay, Captain America never took the super soldier serum. He was born that way because he was born on a red sun. Like, no, now we're not talking about Captain America. You can't do that.
So like Spider-Man being able to shoot webs out of it.
But
they canonize that in home. He's just from another universe, and that's just how he does his thing.
So certain comics do have him organically generating web.
Yeah, but that
is a Raimi thing.
That's
But see that, I mean, that technically kind of makes sense, being that if you're bitten by a spider and you get all the shit a spider does, you would be able to fucking
which is always something that I thought, I'm like, yo, this guy can literally do everything a spider can, except the webs.
But see, I actually like that better. Because,
I like the cartridges. I like them, but you do think about it though.
Yeah, but Cabs, I had a question for you. Would you have enjoyed it more if instead of a live action remake for Cowboy Bebop, Netflix said, we're doing a live action continuation, and we'll let wherever the story picked, like the second season that we never got, we'll do that in live action, so that way you can get a story and then the creators could put their own little twist in it.
So here's the thing.
And again, I don't know how it ends. I've never seen it.
Yeah. So the problem with, so you know how everyone, we're speaking about it here, right? How everyone's so protective of what they like and what they love, and people are like, oh, you messed up the franchise with this remake, but it's like, bro, everything is still there. So anime is so intense in that department, especially a perfect banger like Cowboy Bebop. So I think that could have gotten them. It could have gotten them into more trouble if it didn't make sense, because people saw this one and was like, okay, we see what you're doing, but this literally looked like it was supposed to be something else, and y'all just put Cowboy Bebop skin over it. If you do a continuation, you're just forced into that skin. You know what I'm saying? So like, it could have failed even more. Like, I don't know. It's a great question, Cap. I don't know. I think I would have preferred, to be honest, an X-Men 97 situation, if we're being honest here, where it's just like animated, but a continuation. That I would have loved. But I mean, Cowboy Bebop has that old feel to it. Like, the animation is really old, so I can't, you can't really do that. But I don't know, Cap. That's a good question. Maybe you know what? I'll answer it like this. Maybe the blow would have been a little bit more decent if it was a continuation, because you kind of got to let your imagination go, because it's like, hey, it's fanfic at that point, right? You know? So maybe that would have been the better idea, to just continue Cowboy Bebop. But then you have those people who never watched it, and, got to catch them up, and it's weird. It's a weird situation. I think it would have been better to just do a continuation. It might have been a little bit of an easier pill to swallow.
Because my honest whole thing is, like, especially in regards to live action remakes, why? Like The Little Mermaid, Cowboy Bebop, we already have it. Why do we need to remake it?
again, I'm okay with the remakes, just because it's always cool to just see shit in new light with new tech. But
how often is the specifically with live action?
Yeah.
How often is the live action remake actually better than the shit we already had?
No,
Not
yeah,
that
no,
much.
you're a 1,000,000% right. You're a 1,000,000% right.
That's my worry right now with Last Airbender. I feel like it's not gonna hit at all.
Well, I
Last
saw-
Airbender, One Piece, all of that shit looks horrible.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I do like the Twisted Metal one because they're not taking themselves serious. Now,
yeah,
don't get
and
me
that's
wrong.
okay. That you
It
can
looks
Twisted
bad.
Metal.
It looks bad. Don't get me wrong. But it also looks like it's that like late 80s, early 90s bad where they're just kind of laughing at themselves to win on the gag. Maybe that's me being optimistic and they really tried to put on a serious show, but that's the vibe I get from the show.
But see,
Oh,
now that Twisted Metal is a franchise that lends itself to
the
a
kid.
ridiculousness.
Yeah.
There is no serious storyline or there is no serious anything to it.
I mean, this is
So
a dude
that
attached
you
to
can-
two big ass wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can't.
Seriously, dude.
I don't even think they're gonna. I think that's too expensive to do in a Netflix show or Peacock, whatever. Axel might be too expensive to pull off.
He might go in season 2, and he's like, they just mention him.
Yeah,
You ever seen that guy? He's out there,
Like,
man.
They would definitely have to change the design where it's like they got to do something with it. Like it would have to be better. But yeah, no, like look, Pro is making some great points. Like, you know, Dragon Ball Z sucked, Death Note sucked, Ghost in the Shell sucked. Ghost in the Shell, there was a lot of hate because of Scarlet, but I don't think it's the worst adaptation. Witcher comes from a book, but they took a lot of stuff from the games, but the game is just fan. You see that right there, Cap, like Witcher, what the Witcher video games were able to do, because that's like it's just fanfic. If maybe Cowboy Bebop should have taken that route, you know, where it's just like it's after everything with these characters. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. But yeah, I mean, you know, live action does have a bad reputation. I know there's a few good ones.
I'm extremely happy they never decided in the late 90s, early 2000s to go ahead with a Ninja Scroll one. There was rumors of that. And I remember saying, God, no. Do not do. Yeah. Listen, we got Mortal Kombat by the hairs of our asses, okay? And it's not amazing, but it's good. I'll take it any day of the week.
Yeah.
But then you got Street Fighter, Dead on Arrival. I can go on and on with this. There's a list.
Yeah,
but I remember seeing that. I read that article and I was like, please don't do that. Because I love Ninja Scroll. Yeah. I was like, please don't do that. Please,
the biggest
you did Fist of the North Star. Don't do this. Please, Hollywood.
The biggest problem that I'm seeing nowadays is they take the character from the subject and they make a movie around the character, but they don't take the actual plot, like what is this shit about? Like Mortal Kombat is about a tournament to save the fucking realms.
It's not about this guy.
Yeah, now it's about the fucking Liu Kang.
Once again, Liu Kang did fight more than anybody else. I'm going to state that. He was a workhorse. It
had nothing to do with this new guy. Well, I'm talking about the new one. I'm talking about the new one.
Yeah, but
So look, to your point, look at what Pro just said. The Last of Us did it right. Because at the end of the day, The Last of Us is just a story about these two survivors.
Mm-hmm.
And that's literally what we got in the show.
Absolutely.
So good point to both of you guys.
Yeah. Everybody came into their lives, but it was just still only about them.
Yeah.
Literally just them doing their thing. And I was like, see, it's not hard.
And even when they veered off and we had the Bill episode, or when we just had, you know, moments where there's no Ellie, there's no Joel, it was still about these characters and how it worked around this world. It was, I mean, I wish more things could come out as successful as The Last of Us. Funny enough, though, live action adaptations for the most part suck, but animated adaptations, Cyberpunk Edge Runners that just dropped is incredible. Castlevania,
Yes.
the animes that they did on Netflix, incredible. Like that's how you
I
adapt.
never thought that game could be successful as anything other than a game, but I saw the animation. I was like, there you go. That's exactly how you do it.
The part
That's
where they
exactly
went
how you
down the part where they went down to the crypts and fought the Cyclops down there, I literally looked around and I said, "Yo, this is Castlevania 1." Yeah, it was like making Street Fighter about Guile makes sense, but it's kind of about all of these. It's literally called Street Fighter World Heroes. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's about all of them. Anyways, we gotta get. We've been wild. Yo, Anthony's left already because we haven't answered his question. My bad.
All right, yo, listen.
My bad.
Yeah, listen. No, but all right. So here's the thing, because this conversation leads to Secret Invasion, because Secret Invasion is an adaptation from the comics, which they adopted into the MCU role. Now, I want to know, what did we get from this first episode, as in terms of, did any questions be answered? Like any secret things that we've seen? Like what questions did you guys have from this episode?
What is going on? I'm more confused. I mean, I'm being stupid. I'm over exaggerating.
No, yeah.
But I'm more confused than when I started, which is what I want. I want to not try and figure this out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I want the show to just
unfold.
I know some things seem obvious. Sure, like at the beginning, Ross. I knew it. Everyone knew it. Yeah. Everyone knew that was a scroll. But I'm like, just letting it happen. So first of all, I want to clear this up. I don't think there's anything wrong with the AI intro. It's like, it's Secret Invasion. Who do you trust? What's real? What's not? I think is that not the point? What better way to represent that than with AI?
So I'm just gonna clarify. Yes, Marvel used AI generated images for their intro, but it was in conjunction with the VFX team that they had make the intro. The VFX team themselves use AI generated images in conjunction with their own artists to compile that intro. It wasn't a replacement thing.
Yeah.
It was an add-on that the VFX house themselves did. It wasn't a request from Marvel or anything like that. So everybody shut the fuck up.
And it's,
I was gonna say, what was the issue with?
Everyone's like, "Oh, you guys are using AI. It's stupid." I'm like, "Yo, it's contextual. It's literally what Secret Invasion is about." But anyways, so Anthony, right off the bat, everyone's been saying it. You get the clear and present danger vibes. You do get I agree with you there. You do get the espionage kind of thing going, and I enjoyed the first episode. I want a little more. I want a little more before I can make a decision. But man, it feels good to just have our feet on the ground right quick. You know what I'm saying? And I know Fury is playing some games. Fury acting like he's lost a step. I don't know. I think it's something brewing up there in Saber.
Yeah.
Something's going on. I'm not falling for it, Fury. I'm not falling for it. Something's going on.
And not to cut you off, but
no,
if you think about it, a lot of the shit that they did, the scroll, was right in your face. So a secret invasion that they were hiding in plain sight. And who does that better than S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Who does that better than Fury?
Yo, they were fucking with him since the opening scene.
Yeah.
Every person when he walked down the street was a fucking scroll. And this guy turned into him at the end. Every single person.
Yeah.
And then, they're like, oh, ever since the blip, you wasn't the same.
Oh, I lost it when I heard that. Just give me all the blip stuff.
Which I was kind of like confused, because this is the most we get to see actual Director Fury and not the Skrull Director Fury. So it's like, okay, so then what happened? Like, they showed it, and I get a lot of people have the, turn to the facts. You turned to dust and came back and missed 5 years and all that. But it's like, I want to see where they link that, because this kind of feels like this is brand new information we're getting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I was hoping we were going to get a little more from that. Like, we're going to get a little bit of a bit longer flashback with it.
I would love longer flashbacks to the blip. Shit.
Yeah.
I would love that. Yeah, it's I still don't want to make like a, you know, like it wasn't like low-key episode 1 where I was like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I think
But
that's what this is supposed to do. It's
I think
supposed to
you-
give you a little bit.
That's what exactly what I'm asking for, though. Like
Yeah.
I am playing stupid on this one on purpose. Like,
He's being Fury right now. He's like,
you know what? I'm playing it in the cut. I know where you're going. I'm gonna just let you get there. I'm gonna let you get there, and then we could talk about it. But it's just kind of fun to have your feet on the ground. The whole like who's who's you know, what are people's motives? You know, who's been a Skrull all along? It's fun. It's fun. It's fun.
I like how it set the tone though. It really like, okay, here we go. This is our baseline.
Yeah.
And we're off. Like it's
gonna be a fun ride.
Yeah.
Now at the end, and we're spoiling here.
Yeah.
With Maria Hill getting shot. Like, I
That
mean,
quick.
if it was a Skrull, it would have turned back into a Skrull when she got shot.
Yeah.
Was anyone else hoping she was? Just so we didn't have
Of course. But honestly, the MCU needs this. I'm telling you, bro, we need to and don't multiverse it. And like, I know, and they did it in Winter Soldier. Fury faked his death with the thing. He took that thing to keep his like heartbeat down. I don't know if this was all a plan to make it look like Fury lost his ace. Who knows? But bro, let's keep some people dead, bro.
We need consequences. Yeah.
We need consequences. The
stakes.
multiverse has taken away all consequences.
Yeah. We need stakes in this.
Keep them. Keep consequences.
Now here's my question, because this is something that I was kind of like, I need more explanation on. Is they said in the original Captain Marvel, in Captain Marvel movie, the Skrull can copy you all the way down to your DNA. The only thing it cannot do is take your memories.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're taking the memories of the people that they're copying.
It's 30 years in the future, so obviously some upgrades.
That was my thing.
They had a machine.
I was like, wait.
They had a machine to do
so now, is that the machine from S.H.I.E.L.D.?
So
From
that
S.H.I.E.L.D.
machine is in Captain Marvel. When they looked at her like thoughts, that machine was there.
Yeah,
it's in the movie.
Isn't she a Creed?
I mean, still there
was a Creed technology.
The technology's there.
Yeah.
You know, the tech is there. It was the same. It's similar. I don't know if it's the same thing, but I know. Cap, keep me honest. They go into her mind, right?
Yeah.
It's the same like purplish thing, right? Yeah.
I wholeheartedly believe that it is the same technology.
Yeah. It's the same tech. Yeah.
And it could be, again, it's weird because the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show is not technically canon. But if you want to make it canon, you could say that whoever came up with the framework was a Skrull. And the reason he came up with the framework is because he had prior knowledge of this technology and he adapted it for what he ultimately used it for.
So do you think, so that's what scares me. This leaves a lot of avenues to getting cute. And it all started with Maria, right? So as fun as the mystery is, and as I'm surrendering to the show, right? Surrendering to the show. Like, give me what you got. But like, can they get too cute? It's like, well, this was Skrull the whole time, so you know?
Yes, they can be too cute. They need to strategically place who is and who isn't.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like the scapegoat of like, well, now we're gonna find out this person was just a Skrull. When it's like they're gonna play with our emotions, and we're like,
here's the thing: if you read the comics, the Skrull that the heroes that were Skrulls
were important.
They still did all the superhero shit.
Yeah,
they still lived as the fucking superhero.
Yeah.
So if it turns out that Shuri is a fucking Skrull, that doesn't erase what she did. It just now puts a new spin on why she fought so hard. Like, what was her ultimate goal? Why she fought so hard in Wakanda Forever? Like, what was her end game? It doesn't turn around and taint what she did. At least to me, it doesn't.
Yeah, because if they have their memories and all that, so it's still.
Yeah, so,
But that's where it gets too cute, Cavs. If they start turning around and going, "Hey, you remember Iron Man in Civil War? Well, he was a Skrull."
Yeah.
But the
If they
one
do
that died in
that-
Endgame wasn't the Skrull.
Wasn't that was
They
just
switched it out. Like
that's what I'm saying. That shit is scary. What did you guys think?
I want to know, is Ross, was he a Skrull or was they just using his body?
I
Or
think
they just using him to infiltrate?
I think they just used
His
in that moment because they knew that this guy would be more comfortable with Ross.
Yes.
Out of all the agents.
Like they tracked down that dude, I forget his name. They tracked him down. They know he's into something. So he's like, yo, how can we, like, I don't think Ross has been this, because now everybody's losing their minds, right? Now it's Ross, it's DeFontaine, it's, everyone's going on. I really think it was just for the moment.
And also that Ross never acted like that. In any of the
he was sarcastic.
No, but like this guy seemed like he was a little too Raph.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you
I
would
think
tell
that's how
something
he
was off
knew.
with Ross.
So
That's
it's
how he
like,
knew
is Valentina a Skrull? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think that decision to make Ross or this Ross a Skrull was pitch perfect because now this is Battlestar Galactica. Everybody's a fucking Cylon.
Yeah.
It opens it now. It's like,
Which is what Ray said. That shit, those first 5 minutes really set the tone for this entire episode.
Now it's like, now we know how
the
it's gonna
show.
go.
Yeah.
It's like now we know anyone. My thing is this: so if anyone's wearing a hat, they're a suspect.
Yeah, like basically.
That's it. If they're wearing a hat, they might be a Skrull.
I enjoyed some of the.
Damn, that's that. If you wear suntan lotion and you still burn, you might be a redneck.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I want to find out, right? I want to find out like how are we gonna start noticing Skrull?
I'm just saying, like we've seen 3, they all wearing hats.
I hope them do a trope of everybody in a higher place of power in government is a Skrull. Because I'm like, that's not really interesting. Yeah, it's like a cheat.
No, yeah, they have to be.
You know what I'm saying? It has to
like,
be certain people that can gain access to things, not just everybody that's the president. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then you're like, so what's the point at this part? You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's like Hydra.
I mean, give me somebody that can get you someplace, and they're like, oh, they slowly go up the ranks. Not the president, the prime minister, some prince in Saudi. You're like, so there's no way to win this battle. That's what you're telling me right now.
Pretty much. So let me ask you a question. Here goes the issue that Cap had with Transformers. Now, are we expecting that the government knows something about the Skrull making moves and they're preparing for it and they're just not ready yet?
Well, this guy got pretty close. I mean, and Homegirl knows that something's going on. The lady that he put the thing on her owl, like she knows something's.
Lady.
Yeah, exactly. She knows something's going on. Now, your question is like the same thing Cap was saying, right? Where it's like, and again, this is the comics, where it's like, oh, these people have been a Skrull the whole time, right? And it's like, in this one, well, people have been a Skrull the whole time, right? So you can get crazy with it. You absolutely can. But that agent was too close for other government officials to not know what's happened. Someone got to know.
Yeah.
Now, they can I don't want to say too much because I know a little bit more information, but I'll say this. They can easily say that they have people in key spaces to mitigate any knowledge of the Skrull. So where you're turning around like, oh, does the government know all this shit? I will accept the answer that, oh, we have somebody to deaden that fucking information from ever getting to people who need to know.
Yeah, because that's how like Ross was supposed to hear. Like it was more
like
this Ross Skrull was just they're gonna take it and they'll never know this info was there. Like It's not hard to believe they make sure they have even those key players to just.
Now, the one thing I want from this series is something that we kind of got a little bit in the comics. I want a few Skrulls to be so lost in their character or the person they've been playing for 20, 30 years
That they forget.
They no longer identify themselves as Skrull. That when you tell them they're Skrull, they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about? I'm the real one."
That'd be so sick.
Yeah, that would be dope.
That's what we need. That fucking square off of like, no, I'm the real one. No, I'm the like. We need one of those.
So what happens now when you turn around and Rhodey has been a Skrull this whole time? What happens to his original character? Is he dead? Like, is he captured? Do we save him? Like, what's going on with these characters now?
But that's a good question. But it's similar to what I was saying before. How with Shuri, like, do we need to save the original Rhodes? Yes. But the Rhodes we've seen, all of his acts still remain up until this point. Where if he is a Skrull, he still did all that other heroic shit.
Yeah, we just get the original human back. That's when we find out it's been Terrence Howard the whole time.
Yeah.
He's back, man.
You need a jacket.
No,
he's back, man.
Just remember, if we do save the real one, like let's just go off for this. If Rhodey's a Skrull, if we do get to the real one, he only has knowledge from the point they picked him up and backwards.
Yeah.
We're reading minds now.
No, that's how it worked in the comics. I'm saying, I don't think it's smart business to turn around and go, "Oh, we've had him for 30 years in this jail cell, and we've just been giving him updates on his life, so that when we get him back, he knows what happened the last 30 years." Like, what?
Yeah, you got to keep moving forward after. Yeah.
Like they just a daily report. Hey, Rhodes, today you were with Iron Man.
Yeah.
And you ate tacos, and he freaked out, and he had a panic attack. I walked into his fucking like.
and Anthony has a question here. My question is, how the hell wouldn't Valentina know that Everett Ross was a Skrull after being married for 30 years? That's kind of what the Skrull do.
So, she would never be able to know because he would know all the memories.
I'll explain it right now. At least the comic book canon version, the Skrull are indistinguishable from humans down to the molecular level. In the comics,
so can they take out blood from a Skrull and it's like that human's blood, right? Yeah.
Yep. So in the comics, Reed Richards had to come up with a way in order to discern who was who. Natasha Romanoff had a better way. She literally just shot motherfuckers, and if they died and turned back into a Skrull, they would Skrull. If they didn't, she tried to save them. Like that was her way of doing it.
Hey, man,
I feel like we're gonna get a lot of that this season of just like, whoops, I thought you were a Skrull.
Yeah. Whoops, my bad.
Yo, it's funny because the first person that shows up is Wolverine, and she lays into him. And Wolverine's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" She's like, "Sorry, I just had to see if you were Skrull or not."
That's it. That's him.
It's kind of like when Mystique turned into him. Prove to me you're the real one. Fuck you. Yeah. That's the real one.
That's what just for that. Now that's what we need in Deadpool 3.
Now
it's fucking Deadpool to just shoot him. It's like, what are you doing? Oh, I saw this on a show once. I should just try it on you.
I'm gonna address something because in the comics it works one way, but it might not work in real life. I know Everett Ross, as soon as he got like really injured, he started turning back. So then one would believe that if somebody got really injured, we should have seen some form of transformation if you're going to tell us one's a Skrull or not. I'm going to say this. We haven't seen anybody close to death that's still around.
Yeah.
And two, if there was like injury, if the Skrull are that tight-knit and they're actually trying to control everything and put people in power, it makes sense that they would go see a doctor who's also a Skrull.
Yeah, for sure.
And not just, not just a regular human in the offset that some things a little off.
So,
like
yeah.
I said, they should be able to a molecular level, disguise themselves.
So,
Yeah.
all right. So now, because you mentioned this in the comics that Reed Richards developed a way to figure it out, do we start now getting Reed Richards drops? And no, because maybe
I would love it. I would love it.
maybe at this point in time they're not the Fantastic Four. They're researchers or people that they're scientists and they're people that the military use, and then they go up to a space, maybe to Saber or wherever the fuck case may be, and they get hit with that shit, and then they turn into Fantastic Four later on in the MCU, but they drop the names now.
Brother, you could pie in the sky all you want. You know I'm here for that shit. I would love that to happen, but are they gonna do that yet? Like, I don't know. Maybe you hear a name.
I was gonna say, I feel like the best we're gonna get is possibly like a lab report.
Yeah.
And
like
that's all we're gonna see is like R. Richards. That's all we're gonna get, probably.
A name, maybe.
I doubt we're gonna get anything more than like just a name being on some paperwork for now.
Like, there's probably 4 scientists that can come up with it, and the 4th one is Reed Richards. Just a little
of Von Doom.
You know
but
I mean?
but Toe, that's enough.
Yeah.
To me, that's enough. Right? Like,
yeah, because you acknowledge they exist.
That's enough.
That would be
It's
great.
like in Winter Soldier when the dude was naming off the names and he just
Yep.
said Stephen Strange.
Yep.
Yes.
He said 2 other people too, and the scientist in Cairo, which he was supposed to be alluding to Moon Knight, because guys in Cairo, you know what I mean? So yeah. Sometimes it's a little of that. So
just little things,
because those are Easter eggs that we were getting in the first rendition of the phase 1, and that's what we appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Like, because in all honesty, if you're gonna bring it, because we know the Fantastic Four is coming, and you just acknowledge that the Fantastic Four are in the Skrull shit, and they were with Kang the Conqueror, and they're doing both plots at the same time. Why wouldn't you at least acknowledge Reed Richards or Hank not Hank Pym, the Thing or
Benjamin Grimm?
Yeah, Benjamin Grimm
it's funny
Johnny
because
something.
The Super Skrull, the Skrulls wound up being one of the biggest enemies of Fantastic Four, because literally one of them takes all of their powers and puts it together. So literally one of their biggest enemies, like one of the more recognizable ones, besides Doom, Galactus,
So
Mole Man.
Ross is that confirmed? Ross is he the other guy's still president.
So, if I'm not mistaken, the guy that Rhodey was talking to in that episode, I think he's the current president.
Yeah, he's the president. Yeah, but we might see Thaddeus Ross take over after some Skrull invasion shit for sure.
That
Harrison
could be.
Ford.
Yeah,
but I doubt
Harrison
Ford's going to show up for this.
Yeah,
that might be an in name only. They had like a news headline.
That's enough.
The next president of the United States.
Yeah. And you know, I'm actually excited of just this Thunderbolts, Captain America 4. And look, will Captain America 4 be better than any of the other Captain Americas? Maybe part one. Like, it's gonna be a tough hill to climb to be better than Winter Soldier, but I'm feeling this. Like, our boots are on the ground. I'm feeling that. Let's just stay here. Let's waddle around in this for a bit.
Cabs,
I'm with it.
Let me pose this question to you, Cabs. The Captain America Winter Soldier Disney Plus show, would you say it's on par with the sequels of the Captain America movies?
No. Like,
wait,
Winter
say that
Soldier
again?
The Winter Soldier is the best piece of Marvel media till this day, at least for me.
I completely agree.
Wait, are you asking if the TV show is on par with the movies?
I say what it gives you is, my opinion, is that same
the
tone,
vibe.
that same
the vibe. Sure.
Real world. I mean, and just happen to have superheroes in it. And honestly, the biggest, but I feel the tone is the same, but no, not the same. No.
All right. So then So you would realistically say, here's Winter Soldier and Civil War,
Mhm.
and then here's
Falcon
Captain
and the Winter
America and the Winter Soldier show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So based on that assessment, I think this is the ceiling for that next movie
Okay.
for you guys,
No.
right?
No, I mean,
So I would love it if it was a little higher than that and
Yeah.
under. I mean, I wish it was just better than all of them. Sure,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying though,
Yeah.
but it's just
You know what the problem is with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier? It was a lot of introductions. There was so many people being introduced that it literally was that last episode that made the show what it was. Because if it was just the Flag Smashers and Falcon and Winter Soldier going after them, then we would have been like, it's on par. But you had
I'm glad
US
US
agent.
agent was. I'm glad
Yeah.
he showed up though.
Yeah, but then you also had the Black Captain America. He showed up, and then you had the Power
original,
Broker.
the original
Yeah,
Black Captain
yeah.
America.
You know, the Power Broker, the Tormalage, Baron
I
Zemo.
Yeah, man, there was
There's
you're
so
right.
many people.
There was
There
a
was
lot
so
of
many
in there.
people.
Yeah.
But
Whereas
we
we have something like WandaVision, we're super concentrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just her.
It was just mostly
You need
her
that
and
balance.
Darcy and Vision.
Yeah.
You need the balance of like,
But I feel
and
when
Agatha.
you
give
do
us
with
enough.
with a real world political kind of thing, you're gonna have a lot of players in it. It's
Yeah.
always happens,
Good
especially
point,
since
Les.
it's gonna be after the blip and the people misplaced. You're
Good
gonna
point.
have that point of people pulling and tugging. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, we got introduced to a place that Wolverine can easily show up in at any point. In Matterport, he can easily show up at that place because he had a club at that place, and they showed the club at one point that he owns at that place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the Shang-Chi went there.
Yeah.
That's where they had the actual street fight. Shang-Chi. So there's always a way when you have those kind of players. Look, we got Zemo, and I'm never mad at having more Zemo.
Nah,
Give me all the Zemo.
I need Zemo now.
Bring on Zemo.
Yeah.
If Zemo
What did
shows
you-
up in Brave New World, this man will be happy. That would
Yeah,
put him
nah.
level up.
If he doesn't show up in Brave New
Exactly.
World,
I'll be disappointed.
I'm rioting.
Yep,
I'm storming the Capitol. That's a joke. That's a joke.
You gotta
Is
give
it-
that disclaimer, Caps. You gotta be
Sensitive
careful.
subject.
You gotta be
Yeah.
careful.
What do you guys think of the writing in this show? Because I thought some of the things were cute when Fury and Maria Hill are talking, having the chess match, where he calls himself a racial slur. I don't want to
Yeah.
say it, but you know what word it was.
No, but you know what's funny? That's also spy terminology, though.
Yeah. But you know how he meant it.
But I read it. What's funny is I didn't read it that way. I read it as
I didn't read it that way
an
until
old school term that they like. We don't use that term anymore. He's
I
like,
didn't
no,
read
you
it
don't
that
use
way. I didn't read it that way until Maria said, "Hey, you can't say that," and he's like, "No, you can't say that." I thought that was super cute. I thought it was super cute. I thought it was funny as hell. And
What was the term?
you can't say it, man. But
Put it in the
Put it in
private.
the private, yeah, because I don't remember what he said.
that's not
No,
great
in the
either.
private.
I mean,
No.
Private
Here's-
chat, right?
Here's
here.
how
Yeah.
here's how we're
no.
gonna say it. Here's how we're gonna say it. What are ghosts? Ghosts are spooky.
Oh,
Take
okay.
the
All
wire.
Got it.
yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's funny
It's
because I
funny 'cause
feel
I-
worse
I
saying
had a
that
feeling
word.
that's
I
what
feel
you
worse
meant.
saying that word than
I
the
had a
N
feeling
word.
that's what you meant. I was like, okay, yeah. It
I
is.
feel think that feels like way more of a racial slur than the N word, because the N word, in our area, how we grew up around,
Yeah.
blacks, Latinos, that was just for the homies on top of
Yeah.
anything. But there's no other side for that other term. It's just bad. I mean,
Yeah,
the way they
yeah.
used it back then.
Yeah,
I
but
remember
it's
they
weird.
said it in Back to the Future.
In
And I
Back to the
remember
Future,
going,
yeah.
Oh, so we're gonna gloss over the fact that he called him that?
Well, to be honest, like I told you guys,
Okay.
I've been watching Quantum Leap. They
Oh,
drop N-bombs like
Oh, yeah.
nobody's business in that. Yo, just
What?
hard R. It's just every episode where there's something going on racially with black people, it's at least 3 hard R's. It's insane. It's just so random.
But you know what's funny? It, like I said, it is a spy fucking term.
Yeah.
And for coincidentally, the exact thing that I said, they're supposed to be ghosts. Hence why they use that term.
So that's why I
But,
like
yeah,
it, because
you know,
it's the dual meaning to it. It's the dual meaning to it. I really enjoyed that. That was fun because it could go both of those ways. But obviously we know how they meant it.
There's only one negative that I had for this first episode.
Okay.
And for me, so they said that Nick Fury was deeply affected by the book. I didn't get that in Samuel L. Jackson's performance. He was a little too Samuel L. Jackson for me. And not because in the past he's been Nick Fury.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
But to me, this just seemed like Samuel L. Jackson showed up on set. Because the whole everybody gets one line, but nobody gets two. That seemed like straight out of a Quentin Tarantino.
That was
Is Marcellus Wallace a bitch?
Yeah, that's Pulp Fiction. Yeah, that was Pulp Fiction.
Like that didn't feel like a Fury thing.
So which is why this is fun, because is there a reason why Nick is playing this off? I mean, I think what they're trying to say about him being different is how, like, you know, he's always like a step ahead, and that's what Maria told him. It's like, she's like, yo, you said to me that it's okay to walk away when the road isn't clear, and I think you lost your path. But I think they keep playing. Everyone keeps talking about him being out of shape and him being off. They're saying it so much to the point that I'm expecting the ruse. Like,
I think that's what makes it so great, though.
I'm letting the show do it to me. I'm letting the show. Everybody keeps talking about it.
How about this?
Or maybe he's a scroll. Who knows?
How about this? How about Nick Fury is playing everyone?
Yeah.
No, that's what Cab said at the beginning. That I feel like that has to be the thing.
Because the one thing we know about Nick Fury is he doesn't trust anyone. So maybe he's being off. So that way the people that know him the best, if they don't call him out on it, that's not really them.
Yeah, like only his people would know. Like, man, Nick, I don't know about that. That's a great point. Yo, Anthony, yes, I agree that the clear and present danger like vibes are there. Yeah, so definitely there. I said that earlier. My bad if you didn't hear me.
Yeah, in terms of Nick Fury, I got 3 words that'll blow everybody's mind if it happens. Life, model, decoy.
Yeah, sure.
Like if we, and I'm talking about if the reveal is that this one who's been limping around doing all that, this is the life model decoy, and when they think they have him, the real dude shows up.
Yeah, 100. I'm not believing this at all.
There has to be some ruse.
I'm letting them
that
do
would be
it.
a great ruse.
I'm letting them do it, but at the end of the day, I don't know. Nick has been gone for so long. He's just gonna come back down like so unprepared.
Yeah,
bro, been cooking up there. Bro, been, you know what's funny? You know, you're up there with Saber, and he's just protecting shit, and it's like, I mean, that's kind of what Tony wanted the whole time. But whatever, we're not gonna get into why.
Because the thing is,
we're not gonna get into that.
Yo, listen, in Hamlet played the fool so he could keep an eye on the king and his mother and his everybody else. I mean, listen, these people, they learn from history.
It's the oldest trick in the book.
Yeah, it's like once you think you have the upper hand on Fury, that's when he pulls it out. It's like, oh, I've been baiting you this whole time.
Yeah,
because what happened? Fury lost a step. And everybody notices this shit. They fall for the trap because it's like, oh, we're gonna have 2 bags and this, that. We knew that was the bait. They fall for the bait, and the leader exposed himself.
Yeah, but he did lose Maria in the process, though.
That we know of.
Because
what if Maria's a live model decoy?
So did we like episode 1? Are we like feeling the vibe, or do you need to see more?
I'm kind of like you. I need to see more.
I need to see a little more, but it's also
turning in a good direction.
It's me letting this show play me. I don't wanna know. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting this show play me. Like, I know what's happening here. We've been through this since 2021. This is like what, show 7? Feel me? Like, I know what's going on.
Yeah, and it's not a bad start though.
It's a great start, yeah. But like, I'm letting it happen, but I'm also like, it's gonna be contingent a lot on what happens with Maria.
So that needs to be
that is what I'm tuning into.
Yeah. So, I wouldn't mind if she unfortunately did pass in this.
Yeah.
Just so it now makes it so Fury really can't trust anybody. Because that was legit.
His ace is gone.
So now that's it. It's DOA.
I think Vin said it while we were watching, that if Maria's truly dead, now this gives way to why we hear him in the trailer go, oh no, I got to do this on my own.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
We don't want to lose somebody else.
Yeah.
Well, that adds to it. And then again, now he really can't trust anyone because he doesn't know. Who says anyone that we see next isn't fucking... Again, if they're wearing a hat, that's gonna be our... I'm gonna say it every week. We saw a new person in a hat. Fuck that motherfucker.
What did we... Oh, you know what else I thought was really cute writing? Their password. Home in my own skin.
Yep.
I thought that was cute. What do we think about new Skrullos?
It reminds me of Moon Knight.
In what term? In what way?
When Ethan Hawke had his little community. It reminded me of that.
And they're like growing shit. I didn't think of that.
You choose to fight with me, or you could just sit here in refuge.
I didn't think of that. I love when she pulls out the food.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Are you serious? You guys are making this shit here?" She's like, "Yeah, bro, 100% organic grown. What's up?"
That was the best way. It made him feel comfortable. It's like,
join the cause.
This is cultish now.
I love it.
Just a little bit.
Give me all that spy shit. Let's stay on the floor for a bit. Give me all the spy shit. Let's do it. I'm very excited, but I did like new Skrullos. Now, there's deep shit going on in here. These people are holding people hostage. Lord knows how long they've been frying their brains, if they're even real people there anymore.
Yeah.
Like
they're doing what Wonder Woman did.
There's dirty stuff happening back there. So like nothing, no new place like this is gonna come easy. No resistance is gonna be fought easy. These are the guys that are getting their hands dirty. What do we think of that? What do we think of what's homie's name? The one running the show. I know his name. Fuck me. The little dude that shot Maria. What's his fucking... God.
Shit.
I can't forget his name. Anyways, that guy, the main dude, the good-looking dude with the little fro.
I got you in
Yeah, man. What's his name? Something like it's G or V. Garrick. Or Varric. Varric or Garrick? Yeah, it's Garrick.
Garvik. Gravik.
Okay, so I said Garrick. So Garvik. What do we think about all of that going on? My man looks unhinged.
I like it because even in the way he spoke to them, it's like you could already see he's gonna be someone that doesn't care who he hurts.
You know what I don't understand? This is what's his name's daughter war. And it's her war because she wants a home and they lied to her.
Yeah.
And this guy has taken arms, and it's kind of like that whole she's doing it for the right reasons, but my man is just undercover.
Oh yeah,
playing everybody about this home where he just wants to take over the fucking world.
1,000,000%. They just want to take over Earth.
Yeah,
just want to take over. These are like this is the Skrull that Talos was talking about. Like they're just lost in the sauce.
Yeah, because what if this secret invasion is more than just Skrull invading the human race and taking over? What if it's the Skrulls are invading the Skrulls to have a bigger...
It's domination.
Yeah. Like at the end of the day, people are going to be like, yo, we were supposed to find a home here, and you people are destroying everything. Oh, no, you thought.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, 100%.
Because like when it comes down to this shit, I want to take a scene from fucking the Eddie Murphy movie with Owen Wilson where they were spies. I forgot the name of it.
I Spy.
I Spy. You know, they could be a pseudo double agent. Who's keeping score here? You know what I'm saying? It's hard to keep track of how many times this guy's flip flop.
Yeah.
There's 2 questions here from Ant. So one character that I would love to see come back just to fuck with Fury is have Agent Coulson, have one of the Skrulls emulate Agent Coulson just to fuck with Fury.
They fuck with everybody.
If
They'll
that's
fuck with us.
If you're gonna fuck with Fury and the 10-10 vision that he got right now, if you want to knock him off his track, you do Coulson. However, would Fury be gullible enough to believe it unless Coulson comes out with some crazy information that only Fury would know?
Tahiti.
Dude.
Tahiti.
Well, they would have the memories and thoughts, right? So
but they don't need to have Coulson come out and say any of that shit. All they need to do in a sequence: Maria Hill dead, Coulson dead, somebody else dead, to just throw him off.
I see what you're saying.
And the other shit, Fallsworth, I think the MI6 is gonna pick up the slack for where there is no shield at the current moment. So that's the power vacuum is gonna be filled by her people for the moment. Like that's where Fury's gonna get his, some of his intel from.
Especially over there, like she runs the show over there.
Yeah.
Was it me or did it seem like it was a little too easy for him to plant that camera on the owl?
I hear you.
I think
but that's kind of like the whole Fury's out of shape. Fury's not into it.
They weren't focused.
You don't expect it from this old fat Nick. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't expect it from him anymore.
I'm gonna play the opposite.
I did say that. I did believe that though.
I'm gonna play the opposite, and I'm gonna say just as much as Fury let them pick him up, so he could plant. She let Fury plant, so that false information can be shared. So she's a step ahead of him. They're all trying to play each other.
And that's the interesting part about the show. I'm letting it happen. Let them all play each other. Did you watch it, bro? I hope we're not spoiling it for you.
No, you're not. Trust me. I've caught bits and pieces before I came on, so I'm pretty much caught up. Good point.
Okay.
I need to watch the whole thing, but mostly everything you guys are saying is pretty much what I've watched.
Okay. Cool.
There was one thing that I read that I wish I hadn't read online. Somebody sent it to me, and I was like, but I'm not gonna say what it is. It kind of pissed me off. I was like, damn it.
Sure.
So here's a question I got for everybody here. Given the trajectory of Emilia Clarke's career after Game of Thrones, how do we feel about her in this series?
I thought it was convincing. I mean, it's hard. It's hard not to see Khaleesi.
Yeah.
It's hard not to. It's not her fault, but whatever. It's the MCU.
I mean, get paid. Don't worry about it. Do your thing. But
do your thing, girl.
I want to see a lot more from her character. A lot more. I hope the second episode kind of like really gets into that. And I just want to. I enjoy her acting. So let me.
I want to see her more. I want to see her morph back and forth more. They're trying to show that face. They pay the big bucks. They're trying to show that face.
Yeah. This is the level of depth and detail that I'm talking about. The writers did a smart thing where they said, if you're a warrior, you stay looking human for longer. So it's second nature because you got to be out there, which is a smart way of going. We don't have to put her in makeup.
Yeah.
Fucking 20 hours a day.
Show that face, girl. Yeah, you're not gonna pay her all that money to then have her in freaking Skrull. Nah, everyone wants to see that face. So, I mean, again, it's hard not to see Khaleesi, but I think she did great. I bought into her. I'm a little confused as to whose side she's on now because she made it look like she was helping them out, but there was still no kind of help.
I feel like it's gonna be that conflict is what we're gonna see this season. A lot of
her like
she wants to do this because she thinks it's the right thing to do, but I feel like the cause has been lost.
And meanwhile, she's getting played, and you know she just found out about her mother, so
yeah, that's gonna open her eyes to a lot, and that's probably what's gonna end up possibly being her demise because now she's gonna want the answers.
Yeah,
like what is actually going on besides what we were trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
you know, it is quite possible that her intel was correct until it wasn't. Meaning
so they knew that she was gonna. They knew she was gonna defect.
She said was true, but that I don't suspect that the leader was supposed to be there the entire time.
Yeah.
Well, remember
all that shit was the last minute. Only the carriers knew.
Remember, he did say, "You're the bait." He did reference the fact that she was the distraction and shit.
So basically, like he stood a step ahead. Like I know someone might defect here, so let's switch the plan like live, so that I know that whoever tried something would fail.
Well, you gotta believe he knows that this is Talos's daughter.
Yeah.
What I think is happening, I think he's going, okay, Fury's here, and we got confirmation, so I'm gonna get his attention. That's what I think is happening. It's one of those like, yo, we're so deep that no matter what you think you know, we've already done it.
Yeah. And I mean, the plan was to blow that up there for all of the media attention and shit. That was the plan. But like Cap said, him just showing up probably wasn't scripted. But then once he found out Nick was there, he's like on some like, oh man, this just got interesting type shit. And I mean, I think we're gonna see this show. We're gonna see this throughout the shows, like cutting the head off a snake first. Who's on top first? Like, oh, I got you. Oh, I got you. No, I was here. No, I had this plan. No, I had this plan. Like, who's gonna, like, at the end of it, who was ahead of more steps ahead? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I guess that's just a common way to look at this kind of stuff. But that's just what this is. This is a race to who could outsmart the other. And I'm with that shit.
Yeah.
I'm with that shit so hard.
No.
This is your ground level shit?
Let's keep it right here.
No,
Yo, this is getting me pumped for Thunderbolts.
I have some bad news to report.
Well, I mean, this scroll involved. Obviously, we're gonna go up to space.
So the numbers are in from what I've read, and this is the lowest viewed Disney Plus show so far.
It's because everybody got rid of their subscriptions, even me.
It's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that is true. That is true.
And
I've read that myself.
This had one of the worst like critic scores on like Rotten Tomatoes and shit.
That's what made me want to watch it.
That's what made me want to watch. Yeah, that's what made me want to watch.
Once they don't like it, I love it.
Yep.
Well, we also have to compare it to the time we're in right now. Like we're not in the pandemic era of Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Like we're right now. There's more people going out. There's other options now. Like you can't go back out and stuff.
Speaking of that point, Ray, did you guys realize? I just read this that Warner Brothers would make more money by dropping the Flash on Max instead of in the movies.
Yeah, 100%.
They would have made more money.
All I gotta say is, thank God, or whoever you pray to, that they kept the Flash in theaters, but got rid of that piece of shit Batgirl fucking movie. That definitely would have lost them millions of dollars.
Right? Damn, I didn't even think about that shit, Cap.
That was thought through. I was thinking about that when I saw that article. I was like, "Yep, no Batgirl, huh?"
You know why? You know what the crazy shit is? Think about this. What if James Gunn turned around and said, "The Batgirl movie's pretty fucking good. Cancel it.
Let me do it."
Cancel it. And then, if The Flash does good. Ezra Miller's coming back. I think that's what caused a lot of people to say, "Fuck this movie, I'm not watching it." It caused me to say it.
So James is torpedoing the
Yeah.
some real nasty shit.
Yep.
Dirty. I wish that's the case.
Because yo, think about it. How many people like, oh, just build off of the Flash?
Yeah.
It was so good. Build off of the Flash. And James was like, nah, I got my Crusaders over here that I'm gonna do my own shit.
On some Adam Sandler shit. Like, yo, I got the crew already.
Like,
I got the
you
crew.
motherfuckers really want to release these movies? Okay.
It's
Okay.
funny.
Krills, you're not alone, bro. A lot of people.
Yeah. You know what's funny,
Krills? This was actually his best performance, but screw that guy.
Bro, that's why I hated that they were so fucking like they were good in this. But fuck them.
Yeah.
Like the person
in the other movies, I never liked it. I was like, that's not Barry Allen. That's Wally West at best. You're playing Wally. The sky's done.
At best.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, Barry is two things: very confident about being a scientist. Let's not get it twisted. He's a forensic scientist. He's very confident about that. And two, he gets even more confident about being the Flash. Wally, on the other hand, gives that vibe that he's portrayed in the two movies that I've seen with him in it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I always get. I'm like, oh, it's Wally.
Chris, no one understands that comment more than me, dog. No one understands that more than me. I feel you, son. Yo, let me get a little bathroom break. Give me a sec.
All right.
But yeah, man.
Damn,
I mean, I'll watch it when it comes on the Max, the Max, because it's just Max now. I don't know what the fuck to call it at this point. It's just Max.
Yeah, it's just
I had to download a whole new app. Thanks, jackasses. Anyway.
Yo, I don't get it. Why wouldn't you just change the name of the app we already have?
That's my man. The moment I had to do it, I was like, just change it. Give me an update. And the update changes the app.
Yo, all they had to do was go to the name of the app and just hit delete 3 times to delete the HBO.
They were like, nah, we can't program
let me update it. Update your app like you do all the other ones. And there it is.
Like,
an update would have sufficed.
I'm over here sitting here. I'm over here saying, like, it tells me that I pay you guys enough that I shouldn't have to do this.
Yeah.
You guys got me every month. Make no mistake about it. I know where else I can watch a Batman animated series. You know what I'm saying? I watch that shit more than anything on that damn thing.
Yeah.
And Martin.
Yeah, facts.
Back and forth. Yeah. And they have good 80s movies, so yeah, too. But yeah.
They really do.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
So what are we expecting on the next episode?
I kind of want a backstory now of where their area is now, like to see how they built it into this land, how they were able to get the produce of their home. Like I want to see how this place came about. I feel like it would make more sense to do the backstory. I don't know.
Yeah. Well.
Yep. That's it.
What we did, Krills, was it's been less time with show. So we've been civilizing him slowly. Not all the way, it's not civilized, but slowly. But in turns, I am starting to understand show. So whatever civilization he's gained, I've lost. So win, lose, win, take situation, kind of like, kind of that deal going on.
Yeah.
And I can understand show a lot now, more than any human should.
We have to balance the force.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. It's checks and balances, and I'm on the other side of that right now.
Word.
Oh man, the real test, Toad. Do you still not like John Cena?
Oh fuck him.
Oh no, that's
there we go.
That's
you know what's crazy? Our lawyer, our unofficial lawyer, sends me a video of John Cena's rap. Like celebrities you forgot who made a rap album, and she sends me the post on Instagram, and I'm watching it. I'm like, not only did this motherfucker thought he was black until it was okay for him to be white again, he wasn't wearing a chain or anything back. Like he just had a big ass white shirt. I was like, yo, this gotta be the biggest ripoff of our culture I've ever seen. Like he's not even wearing a chain. My nigga just said, yo, give me that 5XL shirt, and I'm gonna walk down the street beating up white people.
Didn't he have a chain with a lock on it though? I used to like that.
Yeah, no, in the ring, but
lock.
on this music video, he didn't have any kind of jewelry. He just had a white T-shirt on, nothing on his wrists. I'm like, nah, bro.
Who?
I don't know, John Cena. I don't know how they do it in Boston, Massachusetts, but for real, we had something on our wrists. You know what I'm saying? We had
which video was this?
earrings. I will send it to you.
Yeah, send it in the chat because I want to know what video this was.
Oh, the one that just like resurfaced of him in the big white tee rapping.
Yes.
Yeah. They sent me that today.
Yes. That fucking motherfucker.
You know what's funny? There was and I think Krills would remember this. There was I think you remember the greatest damn sports talk show.
The best damn sports.
The best damn sports are there.
Yeah.
There was like these three dudes freestyling there, and 50 Cent was there, and one of the dudes freestyling was John Cena, and 50 was like, "Yo, that wasn't bad." Oh, these two dudes, no. John Cena, like he wasn't bad. I could work with that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I remember you guys saying something about that, and I saw that episode, and I was like, "Yeah, 50 was awesome. That's all right, man. All right.
Yeah, I mean, you know, for what it is, for where we at, for what we doing."
Yeah. I'm saying, but yeah, I remember when somebody was like, "Oh, he's gonna sign him." I go, "No, he ain't go that far." He said, "That's all right. You guys, everybody always got to take it somewhere." You know what I'm saying? Junior got their white boy. It's good. Take it over. Relax. It's Eminem. Take it easy.
Is it me, or was it that white people became famous with depression? Like Eminem, like he had bars, but a lot of his shit was, "Do you want to kill yourself like I do? Right? Put shit like torture yourself like I do," and everybody loved it. Like, "Oh yeah, this white man's killing himself." And now you have the dude who just voiced Mirage. His whole thing was he was depressed and got to fuck Kim Kardashian for a while. It's like everybody that's white is depressed for some reason. That's famous, and that's probably why they don't like the dude from White Man Can't Play Basketball, because I'm not calling that White Man Can't Jump. White Man Can't Play Basketball because he's probably not depressed. He's probably like, "Yo, look, I was actually living a good life." And
Yo,
they
but
were like, "Yo,
hold on." He literally has a line in one of his raps where he says that. He literally says, "I'm not depressed enough for y'all."
So there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, Jack Harlow literally has that, which is one of the reasons why I was like, look, all I'm saying is that there's much worse rappers out there than Jack Harlow. It's just that Jack Harlow is white, so that automatically comes with that stigma, and you know, being a white guy in the rap world, that's just always going to be tough. But he dead ass came and said that, like, "Yo, I'm just a happy dude." Like, look at the Weeknd. The Weeknd makes money off being depressed and toxic.
That's but it's funny because the rap culture's always been hardship and coming up.
So that's the
and
thing.
The moment you're happy in rap, they be like, "The fuck is wrong with you, nigga? I'm successful now. That's what's wrong with me."
Like everyone loves Pharrell, but they hate the happy song. Maybe because the happy song played too much. But but maybe if the song's like, "Oh, I hate myself, I hate everybody, fuck everybody, fuck you," maybe that might have been better. It's easier to digest depression for the masses than it is actual happiness. Like happiness, what's that?
You know,
I gotta wake up and go to work tomorrow. I'm not happy.
You know what the crazy shit is? If you're happy, everyone thinks you're fake.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone
That's how
thinks
sad
you're
it's become. That's like,
that's true.
You can't be happy.
You happy out there with these rates? With the gas the way that it is? With the way the eggs are? You happy? I'm sad every time I make an omelet in the morning.
Tell, I think we found our subject for Friday.
There you
We're
go,
about to break this down fully.
You know what it is
My God,
as we know,
Misery loves
if
company.
you're happy and you know it, you have to clap your hands. Nobody's clapping their hands.
No one's clapping right now. Yeah, so 100%.
It's funny
If the song was "Cause I'm not happy like a phone into bees, have something down on the roof.
Yeah.
Cause I'm not happy and it's gonna be boo. Everybody wants to get some proof. Cause I'm not happy. Everybody would sing it.
Be like, yeah, I get that. You know what? I'm listening to that on the way to work
Yeah.
depressed.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Nirvana. That shit was all depression. But I absolutely love that happy song from Pharrell. Shit is fucking amazing. I smile every time I hear the goddamn thing.
And one of the happiest songs of all time, Jack Johnson, Upside Down.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean,
yo, me and Le,
yep.
When we was in the crib and we was all the fellas just hanging out in the crib getting drunk, me and Le would request that song at least twice a night. Like, put the Jack, and it was just a bunch of grown men getting lit, getting drunk. Yo, put the Jack Johnson, and me and Le just Upside Down. Yeah. That's a great song. If you feeling away, Jack Johnson, Upside Down.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely.
If you're feeling away, man. It's a good song on the way to work.
Yep, yeah.
All right.
Like
Jack Johnson, Upside Down.
There's a Dave Matthews Band song called Every Day.
Yeah.
That's another good song.
Yo, seriously. Yeah. Oh, I love that song.
Put that song on. You know what I'm saying? You wake up in the morning, you ain't feeling away. Put that song on as you're headed over there, man. And you literally, not only do you want to be nice to people, but you're just happy because the day is happening, bro. It's a great song. It's a great song.
And even songs with a nice message in depressing melodies.
Yes, yes.
Like Incubus Drive. That's not a bad song, but it sounds bad. But he's just, whatever tomorrow brings, I'll be there waiting with open arms. Yo, whatever the world got for me, bring it. But it sounds sad.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny, even from a real sad movie, the Daredevil movie, there's a song by Hoobastank called Right Before Your Eyes. And he's talking about how he's making his life better. It sounds a little depressing, but he's continuing to tell him, yo, listen, you're going to see me become better right in front of your eyes, right before your eyes. It's a great song. You know what I'm saying? They're out there. You know what I'm saying? The people choose to listen to the suppressing shit ever. Yo, make no mistake, I love Stained. And all their shit is depressing. Except like one song. For like one song, that shit is not depressing. But I love Stained. But also, on the other side of the coin, Jack Johnson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mr. Happy himself. My man was on the soundtrack to Curious George.
Yeah.
This guy's just a good vibe. Anthony asked a funny question. Who's the worst, MGK or Jack Harlow?
I'm sorry, I got like it's of choice.
Exactly.
I'm gonna say Jack Harlow, but like MGK was on some different kind of, because like a lot of people call Jack Harlow like just Drake, but like a little bit more like upbeat and happy and not full of drama. Like Jack Harlow, like, listen, I don't mean to sound stupid or offensive, but if Jack Harlow wasn't white, spitting the same thing he's spitting, a lot of people would be like, oh yeah, that's not bad. But the thing is, he looked goofy. And like, the thing is, Jack Harlow started back from like high school. He was like a little kid, like recording videos. And then he just completely changed his look one day. And now he's just doing this whole thing. So I don't know. You make
kind of, you know what I think? You try to be another Little Dicky. That's what.
That's exactly what it is. Like, no, Little Dicky says it like, yo, copy my whole flow, word for word, bar for bar.
Yeah. Because Anthony said that it's weird because back in the 90s, they had upbeat songs, but it was depressing melodies. Because the thing was, it was to acknowledge the pain everyone was going through, but not to fall inside of it.
Yeah,
it's like the Numb song. You can play the beat and be fucking amped, but the song is, I become so numb, I can't feel you there no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, there's so much shit happening that I don't even feel nobody. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, the point is to acknowledge it, but don't fall into that fucking pool of sorrow.
That's what a lot of Linkin Park was just like, we're gonna give you a good beat. But
and sadly, he killed himself too with that shit.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That song to the greatest wrestling promo package of all time with Austin and The Rock, that Limp Bizkit song. He's talking about somebody literally telling him, yo, you're doing everything wrong. He was like, nah, fuck you, man. I'm sure I'm doing everything right. Once again, upbeat. The lyrics are upbeat, but the song you hear it is really aggressive and angry. I'm gonna throw hands, but he's like, yo, I'm gonna prove you wrong every time.
One of the biggest examples of that is probably one of the most controversial songs of all time. Super upbeat and happy, but the message is horrible. Pumped Up Kicks.
Yeah.
Right? When I found out what that was about, I was
that's wild.
Great.
It's like,
I gotta
you
look that up.
Pump the
Yeah,
oh
he's
yeah,
too
the
much
No, I
kids
know
with
the
the
song.
pump. Yeah.
I don't know what the song is.
You know what? I don't even want to tell
Better
you.
run,
Yeah.
better
Look
run.
up the meaning. I don't even want to tell
Back
you. Look up
into
the meaning
the
yourself. Yeah,
it's like
don't even say it. Like
Yeah.
the meaning
But
to that song is wild.
All right, so before we get too carried away,
Yeah, sorry.
so Kaz, when you went to the bathroom, I asked, what do you expect for next episode?
For next episode, I think we start with Gaia. I think we start with the daughter.
Yeah.
I don't think we get into Maria Hill. Like, do we get a continuation, just Fury holding Maria Hill? No. I think we start with some kind of Gaia flashback to like her mom saying something like, hey, remember, did we say this?
Ray said it while you was in the bathroom.
we there, Cavs. We there.
Yeah.
I was like, they kind of have to do a backstory. Like, it can end. We're back into Maria dying, but it's
Yeah.
like we have to do that backstory of like. let's
Also
set this
remember,
up.
there's only 6 episodes.
Yeah. But I mean,
But that's exactly why. Like, they're one episode's gonna be filler. We know this. We know how. These
Oh yeah, we got to have that filler episode.
We gotta have a
Yeah.
filler episode.
It's
Let's just
not-
get it out of the way now.
It's not a Marvel
And
show.
then-
We don't have a filler episode.
Yeah, I don't
Which
I don't
is funny,
believe in filler episodes unless you're giving me 25 fucking episodes.
you're right.
Which
It's
should,
just-
it
it's
should
just-
be that way.
It's just trash at that point. Yeah.
But-
You got 6 episodes and you give us a filler episode, it's just bad.
Yeah, you should have gave us 5
You
episodes.
should yeah, you're right. Damn, that's a
But
funny
that's
way to
just
see
that's
it.
that's just me.
But yeah, so I
You know-
expect that. I expect to see someone. I expect Fury's gonna make a call. Maybe not like someone that he needs on his side, but maybe Fury's gonna make a call. Fury's gonna ask for advice. I think we're gonna see that. Maybe call up on Captain Marvel. Maybe.
What about
Like-
Hawkeye's wife?
Maybe. Shit. If there's anyone he can talk to, it's her. Yeah, we're gonna see somebody.
What is she, Agent 13 or something?
She has a. She has like a. It's a significance with the watch, something like that.
Who?
Hawkeye's wife.
Mockingbird?
Yeah, what is she? Agent 9, Agent
Agent
13?
No, Agent 13 is
power
Sharon
broker now.
Carter.
Yeah,
She's
The
the power
power
broker
broker.
now, so it can't be
Yeah.
her.
but yeah, we might see her. I think we see someone. I think Fury makes a call. I think.
Hawkeye!
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
fuck it.
I'm sorry. That's me, Pi. I would love if it's just him showing up on some. What do you need?
Bro, let's get Kate Bishop up in this bitch. But no,
Word.
in all seriousness, he's making a call. I mean, yo, maybe Fury can't call Natasha, but he can call Yelena.
Huh? There's your Thunderbolt connection.
You just Fury makes a call, and you just hear, I'm gonna go. I fucking lose my shit. But I think
That's how it ends. We
Yeah,
don't get
I
a full-
think we look more into Rhodey and his
What?
role as he's Secretary of Defense.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
I believe
What?
Secretary of Defense.
We look
Makes
into more of
sense.
his role too.
What
War
what if
Machine.
what if his call is to a certain Richards up in Saber?
you
Maybe
want
a
it.
read.
You want
Yeah.
it so bad.
No. You know who he calls? Because it all has it tied together and they probably shot it before all this fucking legal trouble. He calls Nathaniel Richards.
Oh my god.
He calls Kang.
No, you know what he's gonna call the Ghostbusters. That's it.
Oh,
Word.
shit.
By the way,
Calls
by the
Dr.
way,
Becky.
yes, make that happen. I want. If you want a crossover? I want that to happen.
Yo, do you really want Melissa McCarthy running around the MCU?
I'm sorry. First of all, watch your mouth and help me with the sale. Second of
Well,
all,
yo,
I'll talk about the
yo.
originals.
Well, you know, Thor was in that version of Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
So
and
it
apparently
could-
he was the funniest person in it.
Oh,
Makes
he was
sense.
amazing. In it.
Yeah.
He was great in it, but
I
that movie-
didn't watch it because no.
Yo,
It's
Makes
not a
sense.
I tell
bad
you right,
movie.
I tell you right now, if you watch it with the intent of going, this isn't like a remake or a continuation of Ghostbusters. These are just
Elseworld.
like an Elseworld people
wasn't
playing
she-
Ghostbusters.
They
The
were family
movie's good.
members.
The
Okay,
movie's fun.
I watch it. I'm just
So-
saying. I'm a massive fan of the fact that in the new new generation Ghostbusters, that the black dude is a billionaire. That Winston is the one that's funding them. How dope is that? The guy that just came on to that team for a job. He just listen. As long as if you're paying me, I'm in. I need a fucking job. Okay, guys, help me out. I just find that hilarious and great.
Anthony says if he makes a call, I'm going to make shocking choices, either Thunderbolt Ross or Valentina. I could see Valentina for sure.
Valentina first, yes.
And he could be like, yo, what's up with
I
your
gotta-
boy Ross, man?
But not for nothing. I would think that Valentina would not be in the high enough pay grade to deal with Shield.
That's exactly why it would be great, because she's
Yeah.
not at that pay grade, but she always seems to be around.
Mm-hmm.
Like someone's funding her operation for sure.
Absolutely.
Like I would love to see Valentina. Actually, to me, makes sense. Thunderbolt Ross makes sense.
Do we get a Kree
I've
in
always
here?
felt like Fury's that guy. Like, yo, I go above the president's head. Like, I don't answer to the president ever.
Yeah.
You know that kind of guy.
know-
Or something like the president asks me questions and I ignore his calls.
Yeah,
I never call the president. You know what I'm saying? Never.
I say now, I think Thunderbolt Ross would have been the choice if William Hurt was
Yes.
still alive.
Absolutely.
I don't see Harrison Ford coming in for this shit.
Could be a phone call. Don't even gotta show his face. But I like the Valentina thing. Like I know Fury said that he's gotta do this alone, but he's still gotta make some phone call. He gotta.
You can
talk
still
to
try
some-
to reach out.
Yeah,
Like,
my man.
He could be fucking with us.
Exactly.
Yo, how much you want to bet that line, like they do most of the time, that line's not even gonna be in the show?
Yeah.
Or it just
Yeah.
doesn't. It doesn't have to deal with anything like that.
Yeah.
As long
I mean, it would have made
as
sense
he
right after
doesn't
Maria,
do it
wouldn't it?
with family.
Oh.
Yo, if you know
What-
Nick
what-
Fury, he's not gonna do it with family. He's gonna do it with the Holland Commandos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, but
I
do
mean, it
we
would be
see
great if he called
What?
Frank, but it's not gonna happen.
do we see Kree in this?
This episode or in the show?
In the show.
We see some Kree. I think.
Yeah,
I don't
eventually
think
we have to.
because I don't think the Kree are involved at this point.
Yeah, but
Maybe-
I know they'll probably mention them like
They'll
like
probably
mention
when he's
it.
getting a
Yeah.
backstory or something like that, because the Skrulls and the Creeds are you know what I'm saying, they're like the Federation and the Klingons. For anybody you want to get
Or-
ultra dorky
Yeah.
or the Rebellion and the Empire, you feel better?
Yeah.
Or the Hatfields and the McCoys.
But do we
There
get
you
any
go. There you go.
Inhumans?
There you go.
The Sharks and the Jets.
Inhumans.
Yeah.
Oh, you're baking the pie and you eating that shit all to yourself. I love it. I love
I
that.
mean, it would be dope for it to
It
be,
would be cool, but
just a dog. Just
I
still call
really
it
think
dog.
this is gonna be super contained.
Oh, they have to call Dum Dum.
Well, Dum Dum Dugan,
George W. Bridge.
unless it's a descendant.
Yes.
Dum Dum Dugan was around when Agent Carter was there. So
Yeah,
unless
yeah.
somehow he's still alive, you either calling a dead dude or a really old dude.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Joe, where
Yo,
are you?
Who was that
No,
guy?
he's
Who was
a
that
Kree.
guy that you like? Who's that guy that you like? Cap? Was it GW Bridge?
Yeah.
What do we get somebody like that up in this motherfucker? Or is he a G.I. Joe?
No, he was part of the
Alright.
X-Men team. He teamed up with Cable a lot.
All right, there you go. See, there you go. I think he's saying Apollo Creed because I said, "Do we see any Creed?"
Yeah, no, I
in
saw it. No, because he said, yeah, I saw it. I was like,
Yeah.
wait, oh, okay. That's my fault.
it?
Apollo Creed is in this.
No, Apollo Creed is
mean,
dead. Adonis Creed,
You
maybe.
do know that it's Creed. but
Apollo
there's
Creed
no,
has been
there's
dead.
no D.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's with a K.
And they're blue.
It's K, right? It's KREE. Yeah.
Correct.
He's so. Oh, show.
I mean,
But-
Cap
but-
said a descendant
yeah.
would make sense.
Yeah.
Like a trustworthy
Yeah,
family member.
if you want to give a new Dum Dum Dugan, yeah, that makes
So
sense.
so
Yeah.
so what happens with what's his name? Towson, the one that helped him.
Talos?
Talos. What's happening with him now? Does he say fuck it and I'm gonna start killing my own kind, or does he leave?
It doesn't seem like he's gonna be able to on purpose go out there and fucking Frank Castle his own kind.
You saw how hesitant he was when he went to that painter.
Yeah, he didn't want to kill him.
He told Fury, like, bro, I told you, bro, let me handle it.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't want to kill anybody.
And even his daughter knew, like, you wouldn't kill.
Remember,
Yeah.
I
don't care what anybody says.
He was also easy, guys. Easy. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't care what anybody says. That painter handed him his ass.
Yeah.
He's not fit for this world of fighting.
Decent fight too. I was like, oh, okay, look at you guys getting some movement going in there. All right.
Yo, I'm happy that these motherfuckers are not like martial artists. Yeah,
that's what the Captain America Winter Soldier world has. Good fight scenes, just hand to hand. Let me get some of that. You can shoot all day, but let people throw hands. You know what I'm saying?
One of the most slept on. I mean, it's not slept on, but we don't talk about it as much as Captain America and Bucky. Which Captain America and GSP. I forget GSP's.
Yeah,
that fight was incredible. Yeah, there it is. That fight was incredible.
Yeah.
That was good. I was like, Cap took the shield off. He took the mask off and said, "What's up?" I respect that so much. Yep. Predator takes the mask off, takes the blasters off. And he said, "All right, let's do this." You get my respect. I love that shit. I can never get enough of that. Take off everything and let's fucking scrap. Oh, you know what? Super out of nowhere. But that reminds me of End of Watch. Yeah, I remember that when Luis, when Luis is like, "Yo, so we fight." The bad guy, the drug dealer was like, "Yo, we go 1-on-1. If you whip my ass, I'll put the cuffs on myself." And Luis, what's his name? Miguel Pena. Yeah, he was like, I bet, and they just fought in their living room.
Yo, the whole time. What Jake Gyllenhaal just talking shit.
Yo,
he just added more to it. Like it was a real fight.
Do we have anybody in here that has not seen that movie? End of Watch.
Ali Show. I saw it.
Oh, you seen it?
That movie is freaking incredible. I don't
I only saw it like maybe once or twice. So
I think I've seen that movie like 5 times. And cop dramas is like not my thing that much. Like I'd rather watch some cheery or some weird stuff, but that is a great film.
I was gonna say that's a good one to watch. So.
Yeah.
That's the movie that started me going, okay, Jake Gyllenhaal is a legit actor.
Yeah.
Because before that, I really wasn't into his shit.
Bubble Boy and
Darko.
I was gonna say you weren't a fan of Bubble Boy.
I pick on him with Bubble Boy, but no. At the end of the movie, when he is giving we all seen it. When he's giving the eulogy to his partner, that was real stuff. I was like, shit, Jake. And I don't know where I was, but this was a long time ago. I wasn't in it was on a vacation with the homies. And I think we were just in the telly. And somebody was like, yo, End of Watch is about to come on. Good movie, let's watch. And I watched it and I was like, wow. I was blown away by how good that movie is. And I don't like that kind of stuff. It's a great film.
If anybody wants a good Jake Gyllenhaal movie to watch,
Prince of Persia.
It's on. Get the fuck out of here. It's on Netflix right now.
It went to another page. Yeah.
We saw your cop picks.
Yeah. Okay.
The Brooklyn? Did I say?
The Guilty.
Oh, I thought it said the Brooklyn.
Yo,
yeah. No, it is the Brooklyn.
Don't agree with these motherfuckers.
I'll give you the premise real quick. He's a 911 operator.
Oh.
And it follows a call that he has. That is his, in my opinion, if not his second or third best performance ever.
Okay. After Bubble Boy.
After Bubble. Yeah. After it's Prince of Persia, then Bubble Boy.
There you go.
Yeah. Don't forget, 12 days later.
I'll tell you this.
The day after tomorrow.
Top tier.
The transformation, because the boxer movie that he did, he's like super ripped for that.
Southpaw.
Yeah. But the transformation started or was like getting really good in Prince of Persia. Yo, what that man did to his body for Prince of Persia was insane. Now, Jake All the love in the world for Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yo, to answer that, I think they're gathering nuclear materials to make a dirty bomb.
Yeah.
But the dirty bomb wasn't the one they set off in the square.
Because it'd have killed that whole like a 5-mile radius.
Yeah. Like the shit in the square was something different from the nuclear material that they're
an attention grabber.
Yeah, that was a diversion.
Show something like
that was a diversion for sure. Which is why I think Gaia is kind of like that whole, you know, you think you're doing something right, but low key you're just doing something wrong, like you guys said earlier. Yeah. And I think that my man Garvik, Riddick. We're gonna say Riddick.
Yo, Mike's control.
Yeah, he's definitely up to something that he's not telling the team.
Matter of fact, Toad likes to do this all the time, so I'll do it. Chronicles of Grillick.
Yeah. I still always America Vespucci.
Yes.
One of my favorites. I don't know what it means, but I know who he's talking about.
That's what the country was named after, Americo Vespucci.
Oh, okay,
he
gotcha.
Technically discovered South America, and then the name stuck the whole way up.
I'm an immigrant, so I didn't know that.
Hey, sometimes when you have questions, you ask ChatGPT.
Yep. And then
they write your email.
My whole thing is AI. That's a good one, Anthony. Gaia might just be in on it. But that'll be kind of messed up that Fury don't tell Talos nothing.
He might still not.
He might be emotionally invested. And he's like,
have you ever met Nick?
I know.
He didn't tell him.
Yeah, I know. But it's
he put Costa's blood on Captain America's trading card.
He's some spies, whatever.
I get it, but damn, dog, like that's rough. Talos has just been fighting for her this whole time. That's rough. And then the way that, like, which I found weird. The love that Fury showed for his wife. Like, I get that they were close, but that was just a little, you know.
Something happened there.
Like, you know what I mean? Fury, I don't know, something close happened there. Because I was like, damn, Fury, I've never seen you this sad. And then you literally just said that he wiped Coulson's blood on baseball cards, on superhero cards to get the team going. And he gets that sad about this girl, like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, hold up. Now,
Did he cry for Tony? Did he cry for Natasha?
But think about this though. When he hasn't been Director Fury when the Marvels movie came out back in the 90s, right? He wasn't this person that he is now. And you know how sometimes when you change, when you go see your boys, you always revert back to your original. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
That's part of his past life before.
Yeah.
Which reminds me of a really cute line. I'll let you finish.
Okay.
When Talos was like, oh yeah, I'm 136, but that's only 40 in human years. I'm going through my midlife crisis. You know, I'm gonna start buying everything. And he's like, hey Nick, what did you get for your midlife crisis at the Avengers? I was like, hell yeah, that was a good line. I was like, yes, he did. And he basically like, yeah, I'm just fucking. He's like, if I'm fucking going through a midlife crisis, I just bought some super soldiers and shit and been fucking wreaking havoc on the world, thinking I'm fixing it, but I'm kind of just making it worse. That was a good line. It was a good line.
Well, I have a quick question at the end for you guys.
Sure.
It's just a real quick answer from a superhero supervillain, but when we get to the end of it.
Shit, there's 5 minutes left. We pretty much
we're at the end of it.
Go for it.
I mean, you can expand it if you want superhero supervillain to about their powers and how do they feel having it and how they would describe it to somebody normal. Who would you ask and why?
Damn.
Colossus or the Thing?
Why?
All right,
because they're pretty much indestructible. Like, it's one of those things. It's like Colossus can turn it on and off, and the Thing can't. But they're strong and you know it's like it's hard to explain.
As I'm saying, imagine them explaining it to you though.
Yeah.
I don't have the specific hero or villain that I would ask, and maybe y'all can help. But I would like to talk to one of the heroes where their power hurts to use, right? Where it's like you know, they were locked up away in some room because they couldn't be trusted with their power, and like every time they use their power, it like hurts them. Maybe I don't know, maybe even like Cyclone.
Well, like Jean Grey in the '97 X-Men. Every time she did it,
she turned the page. She turned the page of a book.
For using your powers. Stop using them. You suck at this.
Like Wolverine, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
his claws out.
Yeah, but like one of those people where it's like even someone like Banshee who just like who needs to learn to just kind of like someone who I want someone who's reluctant to the power, because someone who just like even like Rogue, you know what I'm saying?
Rogue, yeah.
Even like Rogue, like someone who just fuck, I do anything to not have this. Someone who just doesn't get accustomed to it. You know,
even Banner.
He's just someone who's like in pain to do it, but it's just kind of who they are. I kind of like the Rogue answer, because damn, can you imagine the sad stories just hearing her talk about like, you know, not being able to touch her loved one? That's probably rough to hear. Yeah.
Damn, I also picked two sad ones.
Please.
I would want to talk to the hero first. We mentioned him before, but this is Marvel's Forget Me Not. This is the one X-Men that literally his power is nobody fucking remembers him the minute they turn from him. And I want to know what kind of mental toll that takes. Like, how does he deal with the fact that he's there and his own power is generating the fact that nobody ever remembers him?
Wow.
No.
And the other one is Ra's al Ghul. I want to know, again, what the mental ramifications of using that Lazarus does. Like how he's changed mentally from the first time he dipped in it to the last time he dipped in it.
That's a good one, Cap. That's good.
That's good.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
And on that note.
Well, Ray gotta go.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Mine, I was thinking just to be a dick. I was like, let's ask Batman what his power is.
And on that note,
I'm wealthy.
Low hanging fruit, bro.
Yo, listen, wouldn't you want to know how it feels to have billions of dollars and to be able to wake up in Peru and then go back to and go fight the Transformers and have all the money?
Speaking show, that line was cute. It wasn't too cute. But speaking of Batman and the horrific show that was The Flash, Ben Affleck Batman, the first 5 minutes of that movie was aces.
That chase scene is great. That was great.
So far, he's the longest tenured Batman. He had the most movies and the most appearances.
Bro, I mean, I think Michael Keaton's been Batman since 1989. So
I mean, like he's been in the most movies as Batman and never had his own solo movie. Yeah.
So,
he was basically just Batman and Spider-Man. Yeah, he was. He was.
Make no mistake. Yo, that scene in the car, that was all Batman when he's on some. Yeah, dude, that's Batman. Make no mistake.
I love Ben Affleck, but like, scrap it all. Take Gal with you if you have to.
Well, she left. She was like, all right.
Oh,
my contractual
Fast and the Furious. You know the thing. Michelle Rodriguez is tired of. No, that's MCU.
Yeah, I love Gal. I'm always gonna love Gal.
You know what? You know what the crazy shit is? For her to go, how many can they make? Hundreds. They can literally make hundreds of movies. How many characters are there?
Yeah,
you can only make one Fast and the Furious. Everything else is not Fast and the Furious. It's Dominic Toretto.
Sorry, this Fast and Furious movie has only made more money than Tokyo Drift and the first original Fast and Furious movie. So as much as you want to say that people are getting tired, and how many of these comic book movies, your fucking franchise is running pretty fucking thin as well.
Yeah,
it's running
Well, it
almost on
doesn't-
empty.
Yeah, it doesn't help when right before the
for
movie.
Len.
And on that note,
that was good. That was
Yeah,
good, Len.
it doesn't help that right before the movie releases, fucking Vin Diesel goes, "Oh yeah, we're gonna make this last movie into 28 parts."
Get
I have
the
now-
female
I have
spin-off, the little
I
kid
have not
spin-off.
watched.
Yeah.
I haven't
Yo,
watched.
I didn't know
the
they had a
Fast and
cartoon on
Furious
Netflix.
Yeah, yeah, and that
I didn't know
I
that.
saw the first 12 minutes of it, and I was like, "Nah, this is worse."
yeah, no.
Like it's a cartoon that's just crazy now.
Yeah.
It's like really, wow. I watched the movies, and you made this worse. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, it got worse in the
Yeah.
cartoon.
I could have swore one of the cars turned into a plane, like the fucking Centaurians are there. Meet me down a helicopter, Centaurians.
By the way,
Can we
if
get
you
a
make that
live
movie
adaptation?
successfully? I mean,
Yeah.
Yo,
Can we make a live adaptation of the Centurions?
How would you have felt if it was the Centaurians and not the GI Joes at the end of that?
Yo,
What?
here's the thing. Your fucking hypeness of, oh shit, Vic, you gotta see the end credit, and then Cap's face had me going in there going, okay, fuck all the movie shit. This end credit's about to blow my mind. And then he literally just pressed the thing on the wall and it opened up and he looked at a car and I was like, that was it?
Okay, yeah, but that's the thing. The thing was that whether you critically analyzed it and make yourself hate it, it's still pretty cool.
No, he popped for it. He popped for it.
I was expecting something more based on the hypeness that Vin had and your reaction to his saying it.
I was reacting to who they showed, not how they showed it. So that's my bad.
Okay.
Because I was reacting to, because I was just shocked. Like, I didn't know this is where we were going with this. Like, what? Like, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's MCU now, right? Everyone's doing crossovers.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing multiverse. So I was like, oh, like, it wasn't, like, he wasn't explaining to me
Because
the scene. He was explaining who showed up or what was said or whatever.
You know, it's funny. The whole time I'm sitting there, I was like, all right. The minute he said not CIA, I'm like, I think this is where the Joes come in.
Okay.
And then as soon as he got up, the picture he touched said real American hero.
Uh,
I was like, okay, so I know it's the G.I. Joe. So
Wow, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, it said real American hero on it. And I was like, what are we going to see when he opens this thing up? And I shit you not. I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. And then I was like, you know what? Flip the card. Because that's the only thing he gave you. He flipped the card. It had the symbol. And then it faded to black. And in the moment, again, the movie is not bad. If you want to go see the movie, it's an enjoyable time. But as soon as I left, and the little kid in me fucking, stepped away and
fell
the grown-up
asleep.
came back,
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. And you know what it
Solomon
is?
Grundy.
The grown up came ready to go to work. Like, oh, fuck this.
No,
But let me
it's like,
tell you why you're wrong.
I put it to you like this, and this is a bad analogy for me to make because of the shit that I like, but it's like the first time you're ever gonna see boobs, and then the girl's a little bit flat chested. You're like, I still saw boobs, but that's what you got.
That's
Boobs are boobs, man. Especially when you're 14.
Word.
When you're 14, boobs are boobs, bro.
Yeah, when you're 14, boobs are boobs.
Yeah.
But when you're 30 something and
Yeah.
she came into the club like this, and you went home and she deflated.
Then she pulled the don't be a menace. Oh no,
Why
I'm gonna
would you
get
say
you
it's just
sucker.
a bad analogy? It's the best analogy you could have
Yeah,
made.
that is.
But
Yeah.
So good.
What? He
bad
doesn't
for
speak
me
like
because
that.
I kind of like the smaller, natural look.
I hear that.
Yeah, it's a I'm gonna get you sucker. I don't really have 12 inches. Oh well, I don't have these nails, these boobs, this leg, this ass.
Ain't nothing about you real, but that's nowadays too. So there you go.
That was good stuff.
true.
It's been a pleasure, as always.
All right, real quick before we go, would you have received it better if you didn't? I don't think he saw our. No, yeah. Would you have received it better if you didn't see our excitement?
I would have received it better had Vin didn't say anything. It was like, yo, Vic, I think you would have enjoyed the Transformers movie. Go see the movie. Never say anything about the end credit. And then again, Cab's, the minute I saw Cab's expression, I was like, I gotta fucking see it now. Cause
I mean, okay, so wait, let me,
wait.
I mean, it's still cool that they're doing this. My expression is valid.
Again, yes, it is cool. I thought, so in my head, I was like, yo, Duke's gonna show up. Flint's gonna show up.
Okay.
You know,
Well, no.
I thought it was something so bananas. That
See, the thing was this.
I was gonna walk out of the theater and be like, that was fucking crazy. Like,
see,
Cap,
the thing was
when's
this.
the last time you walked out the movie doing that? Yeah, you don't. Sorry, I let you. Sorry, I got you hyped up.
No, I walked out of Dungeons and Dragons. Like, yo, that shit would, dude. Well, I know you guys don't understand what this is, but when he fucking counterspelled the shit, and it was revealed that, oh no, I figured it out. I was like, this is what I've been waiting for.
Fucking nerds.
But all right, so the thing is this. Right as the movie ended, I said, this is the best Transformers movie they ever made. And I texted to him. And I said, did you see the end credit scene? He goes, no. I said, oh, baby, watch the movie.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so well, I'm my bad. I just thought, I was like, I was so taken away by like, damn, they're really linking franchises like this. What?
You know what's funny? I came home and I watched that podcast again, and I watched that part, and I watched Vin turn around and go, and he presses the door, and the thing opens, and he looks at the card, and it says G.I. Joe, and I see my face drop, and in my head, I'm like, this is what got him.
That's
like,
funny.
what?
That pop does. Like I was like,
No. I mean,
No, well, also
I think
week before.
I think it was still cool. Like
It's
whether
still
you
cool. It's
received
crazy
it
cool.
No,
in a
again,
way or not, the idea of it's cool.
Again,
yeah,
100%, it is cool.
Yeah.
But again, this is me bringing extra shit into it. I came in like, yo, if these two guys are telling me that this is a must watch,
I didn't say it was a must watch. I didn't say anything.
Well, that's how I interpret it.
Yeah, that's my bad. That's
again,
my bad.
no, this is on me.
Yeah. I gotta go watch. I'm gonna watch it. I think I could get a Flickster account. I'm gonna watch it.
Right.
I should have watched it this weekend with my
So
boy.
they're doing
He
the
was
crossover. G.I. Joe and Transformers.
Yeah,
Supposedly,
This is going to be amazing because they can't get a Snake Eyes movie right. I can't wait for this shit.
Here's the thing, though.
I gotta ride out though, fellas.
Yeah.
I gotta.
This movie, I'm gonna say this real quick. This movie has a definite possibility of being more Mortal Kombat. This new Mortal Kombat, because I think we're gonna see through the eyes of Nick Diaz a fake character who's not in any part of the shit, leading us into motherfuckers we should know and should be following. So just be aware of that.
Oh, he's gonna be the new Duke.
They got to connect it somehow, I guess. But yeah, on that note.
Yeah, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead signing out, and show fucked it up for everybody.
Cap just gave me nightmares with that. I'm gonna have